Day one of returning to your filthy rich, yet incredibly toxic biological family. You have just been bound to the reverse persuasion system. As long as you listen to their horribly toxic advice, it will be reversed 10 times over into a positive buff for you. Right now you are facing false accusations and slander from the fake young master of the house, Felix Sterling. On top of that, your biological family is an absolute dumpster fire. Not only do you have zero complaints, but you actually ask them to demand even more of you. So when your biological mother, Victoria Sterling, listens to the fake young master's brilliant idea of sending you to live in the basement, you just smile warmly. Mom, Dad, you're absolutely right. You say I've lived in basements since I was a kid. If you put me in a sunny warm bedroom now, I might just spontaneously combust from the comfort. I'm still getting used to it. Since we have a basement, please, for my sake I must live down there. System alert ding. Receive toxic advice from your mother Victoria and a malicious suggestion from the fake young master. Felix, go live in the damp basement so your body rots in the dark. Listening to advice reversing effect times 10. Buff active while in the basement. Any environmental harm to your body will be reversed into a positive health effect multiplied by 10. Hearing your enthusiastic response, your father Richard Sterling and your mother Victoria almost drop their jaws. Even the fake young master Felix cracks his carefully crafted, innocent facade for a second. He had no idea that his little scheme, using the stingy parents to kick you down, would be met with such sheer joy. You agreed instantly. A moment later, Felix fixes his expression, though a red flag goes up in his mind. Brother Felix says, playing the victim, you are mom and dad's biological son. Sunny room belongs to you. I think I should be the one moving to the basement. I'll pack my bags and leave the room right now. He says this while acting like he is about to leave. He is playing the generous martyr card today, showing off his deep affection for his adoptive parents. This is a classic move to make them cherish him more. He imagines that before he even takes 3 steps, his parents will hold him back. His eldest sister will blame herself and he'll be sent right back to his luxury suite. The choice is yours, but he is in an invincible position. But just as he takes his first step, you grab his arm. Don't stop me. Felix acts dramatically. My brother is the real son. That room. Felix stops mid-sentence. He turns around and realizes the person stopping him isn't his parents, it's you. For a brief second, he loses control of his expression. He almost calls you by your full name before quickly correcting himself, assuming he was just caught off guard. No, brother, why are you stopping me? Felix stammers. That room is yours. Giving it to you is the right thing to do. I'll go to the basement right now. As soon as the words leave his mouth, you throw a fit. I told you. You yell passionately, I want to live in the basement. Why are you forcing me to stay in your fancy room? Felix panics. Don't misunderstand. I didn't mean it like that. I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart. Then if you really want me to come back to this family, you must force me to live in the basement. Otherwise, I'm not coming back. At this point, Father Richard, Mother Victoria, and eldest sister Elaine finally snap out of their daze. Seeing how desperate you are to move to the basement, the very last microscopic drop of guilt they had evaporates instantly. Richard clears his throat. Well, since you're so willing to live in the basement, I'll have the maid Martha take you down there later. Once you're used to the sunny rooms, we'll arrange a proper room for you. Elena, the eldest sister, chimes in coldly. Since you agreed to it yourself, hurry up and get ready, change into some clean clothes, and come to the living room. We're having a family dinner tonight. You know exactly what they mean. Don't embarrass us. But hey, this fits your needs perfectly. You follow Martha down to the basement. The underground space of the Sterling mansion is massive. Right beneath the stairs there are 2 huge, empty rooms with surprisingly decent interior decor. But Martha doesn't stop there. She leads you all the way to the very end of a dark, desolate hallway, stopping in front of a small door. You look inside and nod in sheer satisfaction. The room is clean, but it's completely isolated. There's practically nothing inside. This isn't bad, you know. It even has a tiny ensuite bathroom. Wash up first and change your clothes, Martha says before leaving. Just as you are about to step out of the room, click. You hear a heavy lock snap into place from the outside. You rush to the door and try the handle a few times. After confirming it's locked, you burst out laughing. Your sister just told you to wash up for dinner, and now you're locked in. This will definitely make you late. Once the food is served, your parents and sister will have an even worse impression of you. If you yelled for someone to open the door and complain to your parents, it would just make them dislike you more. Add a few carefully placed whispers from the fake young master, and they'll think you're just throwing a tantrum and making excuses. Thinking about this, you decide the best course of action is absolutely nothing. You flop onto the bed and fall asleep. Meanwhile, upstairs, Felix notices you haven't come up to the hall. A sinister smile flashes across his eyes when the kitchen announces that dinner is ready. Felix sighs heavily. Mom, Dad, my brother still isn't here. Is it because of me? If so, I won't eat. Let him have this reunion dinner with you guys. As soon as he says that, Victoria explodes. Ignore him, we eat first. Since he doesn't want to eat with us, let him figure it out himself. Martha, serve the food. Richard sneers. He grew up in an orphanage. Does he not even understand basic manners? Says since he doesn't want to show up, don't bother saving him any food. Elena adds, Mom, tell the kitchen to stop cooking. He's late and going hungry is his own problem. Down in the basement, you wake up at 8:08 p.m. You test the door handle, click, it opens smoothly, you chuckle, wash up and finally stroll upstairs. Entering the living room, you see the same family of 4 sitting there. As for your other 4 older sisters, you already know they despise you, so they made up excuses not to come home. Honestly, you're thrilled to see this. If this family stopped hating you, you wouldn't get any system rewards, since they need a biological son to soothe their public image and conscience, and you need them to be off. Let's see who deserves an Oscar. Seeing you walk in, Richard glares at you with a cold face. I told you earlier we were having a family dinner. We waited for you for ages, and you didn't come out since you have no manners. You get no dinner tonight. You wait for 2 seconds, no system prompt, so you just drop the truth bomb. Exactly as the fake young master feared you would. It's not that I didn't want to eat, you say casually when I tried to leave. My door was locked from the outside. I couldn't open it at all. I yelled for a long time, but nobody cared, so I had no choice but to stay in the room. I was so tired I fell asleep. When I woke up, the door magically opened, and now I'm late. As soon as you finish, Richard furrows his brows in pure impatience. Nonsense. From the moment you arrived until now, besides us and Martha, there are only 2 chefs in this house. You think one of us would do something like that? Lock you up then sneak down to unlock it? It takes too much time. Your mother and I were together the whole time. Only your sister and brother had the time. Are you accusing them of locking you up on purpose? Elena immediately snaps. That's impossible. When I was alone, I was working on company file. I have the timestamps on my phone and laptop to prove it. Nobody in this house would target you like that. Nobody is stupid enough to lock you in a room and then let you out. You fell asleep or had some other reason for not showing up. Just admit it. We won't blame you. Why make up such a ridiculous excuse to frame your own family? Felix puts on a deeply pained expression. I can't prove what I was doing during that time. He says cautiously, I can't prove I didn't lock my brother's door. But since my brother insists someone did it, and it made him miss dinner, let's just say I did it. After all, my brother is Mom and Dad's real son. Boom, masterful manipulation. Victoria jumps to her feet instantly. How can you be so heartless? She screams that you fell asleep yourself. If you couldn't get up, just say so. Why use such cheap tricks to frame your brother? Don't you feel pathetic? Elena looks at you with profound disappointment. I hoped you would at least have the integrity of the Sterling family. I didn't expect you to stoop this low. Environment really does shape a person, huh? Apologize to your brother immediately and admit your mistake otherwise. Don't blame me for not treating you like a brother. System alerting. Received advice from your eldest sister Elena. Apologize to your brother Felix for framing him. Accept the advice. After apologizing, undeniable evidence of Felix locking the door will magically appear before you and be broadcasted online, sharing the truth with everyone. You look at the system prompt and immediately reject the idea. If you accept, won't that expose the true nature of this fake brother? How will he have a chance to stay in the Sterling family? His entire existence is to make this biased family misunderstand you more, giving you more system prompts. If he leaves, what's the point of you staying? So you shake your head and say, why should I apologize? I told you the truth. Someone locked me in the basement. I didn't want to skip dinner. If you don't believe me, go check the security cameras. See who went down to the basement. You look straight at Felix to see his reaction. He remains perfectly calm and composed, just as you wonder why Elena sneers. Who told you our security cameras were broken? I bet you only made this up because you noticed they were down. You really disappoint me. I'll give you 2 choices. 1, apologize and I'll pretend this never happened. 2, refuse to apologize. But if you do, not only will you lose your promised position in the company, but the $15,000 monthly allowance that was meant for you. I will give it to your brother instead. Are you sure you won't apologize? Hearing this, Felix's face is full of determination, keeping his cool on the outside, but inside he is grinding his teeth with joy. As long as you apologize today, the company job and the $15K allowance will be his. Just when everyone thinks you are going to apologize, you look at them dead in the eye. I said I won't apologize, it's just a company job. And $15,000, right? I don't want to keep it. Give it to whoever you want. We could. The whole family is shell-shocked once again. But you don't have time for their clownery. You carefully read the system notifications. System alert ding. Reverse choice. Active. Refuse to apologize. Lost the company job and a $15,000 allowance buff applied. You will instantly receive a $1 million on monthly growth trust fund. Additionally, you unlock a job simulation feature with massive rewards. Ignoring the stunned family, you turn to the maid Martha. Is there any food left in the fridge? Bring me some. I haven't eaten. The Sterlings finally snap back to reality. Before Martha can move, they erupt. Brother, stop hurting people with your words. Felix cries out, if you don't get living expenses or a job from the family, how will you survive? Don't ruin your life just to prove a point. Elena adds coldly, since you have so much ambition, don't you dare use a single drop of the Sterling family's resources to find a job. Let's see how you survive without us. You are nothing, Victoria chimes in. Elena is right, I forbid anyone from helping Arthur. Let's see what kind of future he can build on his own. She glares at Martha. My son is ambitious. I doubt he'd stoop to eating our food. Don't prepare anything for him. Let him figure it out himself. Fine by me. You say you weren't planning on staying long anyway. It's fine if they don't prepare anything. I'm not short on food, it's late. I won't interrupt your little family bonding session. You turn to leave. Ding dong. The front gate bell rings. Martha hurries to open it. A middle-aged man in a sharp suit walks in. Mr. Sterling, I'm looking for the eldest son you just brought home. Felix sees the man and his heart leaps with joy. He points at you, Uncle Lincoln. The guy behind you is my parents' biological son. I don't know what you need him for, but if he did anything wrong before coming back, please, for the sake of the Sterling family, show some mercy. Hearing this, the family's faces turn pitch black. Arthur Richard barks with a cold face. What did you do? If you made a mistake, apologize immediately. If it's something illegal, spit it out. Don't ruin the Sterling family's reputation. Victoria adds, Arthur, you are in the Sterling house now. If there's something you haven't told us, speak now. We'll sell it if we can. As long as it's not a serious issue. Elena snaps. As long as it's not too serious, we will help you fix it. But from now on, watch your words and actions. Don't embarrass the Sterling family. The sheer prejudice of this family is heavier than a mountain. The man hasn't even introduced himself, and they've already convicted you of a felony. You ignore them and look at the man. I'm Arthur Sterling. What can I do for you? Lawyer Lincoln nods politely. Young Master Arthur, I am a lawyer. You can call me Lawyer Lincoln. I am here because I have a document for you. He pulls out a document. Before old Master Sterling passed away, he left a specific will. He set up a Grove Trust Fund specifically for you, the true firstborn grandson of the second Sterling branch. Before coming here, I finalized all the paperwork and located your bank account. Your first month's fund of $1 million will be transferred immediately. Every month this exact amount will hit a fixed account. He hands you a sleek business card. The old master's explicit instructions were, no one is allowed to touch this fund, including everyone in the Sterling family. If anyone tries to steal your fund, or if you need to claim it for any reason, call me. I will fight for your rights to the bitter end. Ping. Your phone vibrates. A familiar notification pops up. Bank alert, a deposit of $1 million and has been credited to your account, ending in 9222. Lawyer Lincoln smiles. Since the funds have arrived, my job here is done. Call me if you need anything in the future. He turns and walks out like an absolute boss, completely ignoring the chaotic, rainbow-colored expressions on the faces of the Sterling family. You also ignore the family. Turn around and head straight to your basement room. Back in the living room, the atmosphere is suffocatingly awkward, especially Felix. Since the day you returned, he orchestrated everything to make you penniless, jobless, and hated. He wanted you to suffer from overwork and health issues, leaving with absolutely nothing. And in the blink of an eye, this kid's allowance is 5 times larger than his. With that kind of money, your future life will be infinitely better than his. Thinking about this, he can't stand to stay a second longer. He mutters an excuse and goes upstairs. Behind closed doors, Felix's face twists into a demonic scowl. Even if you know how to use a fork now, don't even dream of fighting me. For the Sterling inheritance, I'll make sure Mom, Dad, and the sisters despise you so much they leave everything to me. Dealing with orphanage trash like you is easy. Don't think $1 million on a month means you can sleep peacefully. I will make sure you lose every single penny and drown in massive debt. His expression shifts constantly before settling into pure evil malice. The next morning, you wake up in the basement feeling more refreshed than ever. The system's health buff has fortified your body. You figure the fake young master won't be able to hold back much longer. They should be making a move soon. You wonder if they will. Give you another wonderful suggestion. You wash up and head upstairs. Senior Richard snorts coldly. Since you have a $1 million trust fund every month, don't worry, we won't ask you for it. But since you have so much, take care of your own meals. No need to eat at home. As soon as he finishes, Felix quickly scarfs down his breakfast, stands up and plays the good guy. Mom, Dad, my brother just got back. He doesn't know the area. Since he can't eat here, I'll take him out for food. Plus, since he's back, he needs to network with our social circle. There happens to be a gathering of our acquaintances today. I'll take him to meet everyone. Hearing this, you nod. Sure. My little brother Felix wants to show me high society. Let's go. We'll find a place to eat first. Then I'll mingle with the elites. Let's see what high society life is all about. You look at Richard and Victoria. Look how impatient he is. Richard, Victoria, and even Elena frown in unison. No wonder he grew up in an orphanage. Truly a vulgar, useless brat. As the two of you prepare to leave, Elena hesitates. Felix, your brother hasn't experienced things like this before. Keep an eye on him. It's a subtle warning. Don't let him make a fool of himself. I know, sis. Don't worry, I'll say what needs to be said. I just hope my brother doesn't find me annoying. Felix smiles brightly. You follow Felix out of the mansion to the parking area. Felix pulls out his car keys with a fake oops expression, looking at you slightly awkwardly. Ah, brother, you can ride with me. You just got back. So Mom and Dad probably forgot to buy you a car when they remember, or on your birthday. They might just trick you into getting one. My car's a bit old, but when you die, I'm sure they'll buy you a brand new one. For now, let your little brother drive you. You know he is flexing to make you jealous and angry, but you couldn't care less. Don't waste your breath on him. I don't care about cars, they can give it if they want. If not, whatever. My little brother Felix says he's driving. So let's experience high society. Let's go, you act. By the way, don't forget to take me to a food stall on the way. I haven't eaten breakfast. Seeing you completely unaffected and lacking any jealousy, Felix thinks to himself, this kid is good at hiding his emotion, but I'm prepared this time. You won't keep a single thing you own. 10 minutes later, he drives past a restaurant. He doesn't take you to a street food stall. Instead, he buys takeout from the restaurant. You don't care as long as you're full. It's fine eating in the car. The two of you arrive at a massive private estate. From the outside, the manor looks deserted, but once inside, it's incredibly noisy. A chubby kid your age waddles over with a huge grin. Young Master Felix is here, and this must be the real young Master Sterling, who's just found. Nice to meet you. Young Master Lang, Felix introduces him. Brother, this chubby guy is Barney Dong the Bow. His dad is the GM of one of our subsidiaries. This kid might not be good at much, but when it comes to eating, drinking, and having fun, he's number one. Hang out with him, and you'll adapt to the Sterling lifestyle in no time. He introduces Barney, then two other lackeys join in. You know exactly what they are. Felix is hunting dogs, just waiting for his command. You don't intend to pay them much mind. The reason they are cooperating so well is that they are waiting for Felix's proposal. Finally, Felix speaks up. Brother, today, I'm going to take you to play a few rounds. Many people in our circle got to know each other at the card table. I'll take you downstairs right now. Not only can you network with industry folks, but you might also win a fortune. Brother, do you think my suggestion is workable? If you don't think it'll work, we can go somewhere else. System alert ding. Receive toxic advice from fake young Master Felix. Let him take you to his private estates. Underground casino. Listening to advice buff active for the next 5 hours. You will win 100 of the time in all gambling activities, unless you intentionally choose to lose. Hearing this, you agree instantly. 5 hours of guaranteed winning. Your 1 million can easily turn into 10M, 100M, or even more. Seeing you agree, Felix exchanges a knowing glance with the others, a subconscious smile creeping onto his face. After showing you around the estate, he takes the elevator straight down to the basement. At the entrance, Felix immediately exchanges 100,000 for chips. He smiles and tells you, brother, like I said, it's your first time. Beginners are always blessed with great luck. In my opinion, why don't you withdraw your whole 1 million? You nod in agreement. Take out your card and hand it to the receptionist. Let's listen to my brother. Exchange the whole 1 million for chips. I also want to see how my luck is today. With chips in hand, Felix leads you to a round kickball dice table. Brother, this is the simplest way. Just guess big or small. It's not hard at all. The specific rules are written on the table. You'll understand it at a glance. Let's finish up here, and then go to other tables. What do you think? You have a total of 5 hours. You don't want to waste a single bit of it. You sit down immediately. Okay, let's guess the size. I really don't understand the rest. This is simple enough. As soon as you sit down, you see the dice cup opposite you. Slam down, place your bets. Place your bets now. The dealer announces. Felix takes 10,000 in chips and places them on the big area. Brother, is this your first time? Usually the luck isn't too bad, especially in the first few rounds. You can take a little bit and try. As soon as he finishes, Chubby, Barney, and the others are about to speak up, but they watch as you take your entire stack of 1 million in chips and shove it all onto small. Well, you say casually, since I can't waste it, I'll just invest the whole million. If I win, I win big. If I lose, it's fine anyway. This is all free money that fell from the sky. Losing it won't affect my life. Seeing your action, Barney and the others are dumbfounded. Even Felix is speechless. Are you really that brave? But you're right, it's easy come, easy go. Even if you lose, it's not a big deal. Barney hides behind Felix and whispers, young Master Felix, your brother is really brave. I originally thought if we couldn't trick him in the short term, we'd slowly drain everything he has. Looks like we won't need to do that anymore. Felix smile. You think I don't have a backup plan? If he doesn't finish, I'll sell him my dummy company. It's been losing money for 2 years. If there's no scapegoat, it would have gone bankrupt. I originally planned to sell it to him directly to fill the hole, but now it seems unnecessary. He just needs to come once a month, and whatever he is will be gone. While they are talking, the dealer reaches for the lid. No more bets, okay? Counting down 3, 2, 1. As he speaks, his hand makes a subtle movement. Based on his experience, that slight twitch would flip the dice inside, but when he opens the cup, he freezes 3 small. His voice ends with a questioning tone, but he quickly realizes it. Congratulations to the new member. Guessed right on the first try. He pushes the 1 million straight to you. Good professional ethics help him maintain his composure. Even though he personally paid out over 1 million, there were 8 or 900,000 in winning bets from others, so it wasn't a real loss. He breathes a sigh of relief, but catches the gloomy stares from Felix and his gang. His heart skips a beat and he forces an awkward smile. Seeing Felix's dark expression, chubby Barney quickly says, young Master Felix, this is definitely a strategy. Making him lose everything this time probably isn't enough. Maybe they intentionally let him win a round, so he'll write more IS later. You'll see they'll kick this kid out next time. Hearing this, Felix also breathes a sigh of relief. You're right, the house definitely did it on purpose. He's bound to lose, let's watch. Round 2 begins when the cup is slammed down. Don't hesitate to throw 2 million in chips onto small. Again, I believe in the saying, if there's one, there will surely be two. First time was small, second time is small, I can still make money. Felix loses another 10,000 chips on big. It was small last time, I think it's big this time. Seeing no one else betting, the dealer's finger twitches slightly, but upon opening it he is dumbfounded again. 122, still small, congratulations. Young man, you win 1 million twice in a row, instantly doubling your stack to 4 million. Despite the suspicion in the dealer's eyes, the truth is right there regardless of the reason. He failed again. Felix and his gang are getting antsy. Young Master Felix, is there a mistake? Didn't they agree to let him win at most one game? How did he win 4 million? Yeah, Young Master Felix, is something wrong? Call them right away or text them to ask. Don't let there be a misunderstanding. At this moment Felix is also feeling unsure. Hearing their suggestions, he takes the opportunity to say, right, could it be a misunderstanding? I'll go ask. While Felix goes to make a call. You win 2 more games in a row. Your initial $1 million snowballed straight into $16 millions. At this point even the dealers are getting anxious. Receiving a call from his superior, the dealer quickly says, I have an emergency at home. Please wait a moment. Our manager will arrange someone else to take over. Knowingly, if someone wins this much, they are invited down to the second basement where guests can organize their own games. But today is different. I received an order to completely fleece you. Sure enough, not long after, a middle-aged man comes to replace him. You've won 4 games in a row. Quite impressive. From now on, I am the dealer. I wonder if you dare to go all in again. Sir, hearing this, you smile. Whoever wants to play with me today, just come at me. You can switch people as much as you want. Tell me when you can't take it anymore, and I'll take them away, of course. If you can win all my points, that works too. Now it's my turn to ask you. Do you want to keep playing with me? The opponent didn't expect you to turn the tables. However, he doesn't take you seriously. To run a business in this private estate, they have strong backing and expert supervisor. Alright then, let's change the rules. Today anyone can bet, but if you win, the winner stays on. If you dare, let's keep going. Seeing this, everyone joins the fun. Some throw in 1,000 chips in the end. Besides your 16 million, the rest barely totals 100,000. The middle-aged dealer sneers dismissively. It's already a big number. He doesn't even need to do anything. There will be no problems, since no one else is betting. Let's start. Let me see just how lucky you are. He shakes the cup vigorously, but when the result is revealed, he looks down and is instantly stunned. Even though he drew a large number, why is it small now? Cheating? The thought crosses his mind, and he almost says it out loud, but he immediately realizes what this is all about. Unless you find actual proof, even if they cheat, it's useless. After you receive your 32 million, you place it right back on the table, still on small this time. No matter who shakes the cup, it's still small. I mean, the numbers on this table are always small. After you speak, middle-aged man doesn't move. He takes a deep breath. It seems you are quite skilled. Young man, my level might not be up to yours, so I won't embarrass myself. Since you said anyone can play, please wait a moment. I'll let my master handle this. Since he is an expert, he naturally needs to face a master. I'll go call my master now. At this moment, an old man walks forward briskly, exuding a godly aura. No need to call. I'm right here. I also want to know who dares to speak so arrogantly. Are you going to stay young forever? Since you want to play, I'll play with you. Let's see if you can keep winning. As he speaks, he picks up the dice cup. Many onlookers gasp in amazement. Is this Mr. Colt Chu Shen? I heard when he was young, he went to Vegas alone. Started with $1 million, then won back 1 billion. A true legend of his generation. While everyone is discussing this, the cup is slammed down. Chubby Barney whispers to Felix, Young Master Felix, it seems we were overthinking it. They deliberately let Ling Yanchen win a bit more. Then they'll make him lose it all at once. That will definitely make him lose his mind, and he'll give up whatever he has. The others nod in agreement. Felix looks even more satisfied. We've worked with them many times. I never thought of their service this way. This method is excellent. If he loses everything this time, he'll likely pledge his future trust funds or other assets to this game. By then he'll lose every single point. While they are whispering, you speak up. Why are you hesitating? Hurry up and open it. I told you, it's always small from now on. Don't worry about anything else, just keep shaking it to the max. Or if you can't, automatically surrender. Hearing this, Mr. Cole snorts so arrogant. If I had to guarantee the exact numbers, it might be a bit difficult, but just determining the size, my skills are more than enough. Since you want to open it, I'll show you. But as soon as he opens it, a joyous laughter erupts. He quickly looks down, absolutely dumbfounded. 1, 1, 1. It really is small. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. I don't care if it's possible. The truth is right in front of us. Pay up quickly. You point at the table. 32 million and doubled it is 64 million. And keep shaking after you pay. We still haven't decided the winner. Of course, if you don't dare, then stop shaking. As a legendary gambling god whose record has never been broken, he cannot accept this reality. He starts shaking again. It's just chips. gave them to him. This was just an accident. Are you going to lose all your remaining points at once? As a result, after several consecutive rounds, your breakthrough exceeds 500 million. It becomes 512,000. His apprentice finally realizes what is happening and quickly intervenes. Master, you can't continue if you keep losing. You'll lose 1 billion. You'll lose everything you've built your whole life. Get out of my way, I absolutely refuse to accept this. After opening it one more time, he collapses heavily to the floor. Why is it still small? Impossible. How could I lose to him? You smile. Is it possible? This is the truth. Transfer the 500 million to me immediately. I want to use this 1 billion to make another billion. If you really can't, let someone else do it this time. Several venue managers rush over young Master Felix. Mr. Cole is unwell. I can't play with you anymore. If you still want to play, I can take you down to the second basement. There are many people organizing games there. You can play with them at this moment. Felix's eyes are red. That's $1 billion. With this billion, his previously prepared trap will likely fail. Hearing that, they are inviting you to the second basement. He truly can't sit still anymore. If you really go and turn this 1 billion into 2 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion, or 10 billion, thinking of this, he quickly speaks up. No. My brother just came here to see what's going on. Winning 1 billion was purely an accident. If he keeps playing, he'll probably lose it all. After he finishes, fearing you still won't want to leave, he quickly adds, brother, you didn't have much before, so there are some things I haven't told you. Now that you have $1 billion in assets, I can tell you every child of the Sterling family, after turning 18 or 30, takes over the management of a branch company, or acquires and starts their own company. Now you have $1 billion in your hands. Why not use this billion to directly acquire a company? With this strong capital, the company can operate. When mom and dad nag you, can present the company. Shock mom, dad, and the sisters. They will definitely change their view of you and might even fully accept you. Luckily, I know a company that's currently for sale, and the price is just under $1 billion. You can buy the company and put the rest into it. Once the company is fully operational, tell mom and dad again and let them see you in a new light. Just as he finishes speaking, the system notification chimes in your mind. System alert, ding. Received advice from fake young Master Felix. Stop gambling today. Instead, follow him to buy a company and invest all the money you won today. Listening to advice buff active. After you fully take over the headquarters building, the surrounding area will be zoned as an economic development hub. This building alone will be worth tens of billions, with annual rent exceeding 300 million. You feel that you absolutely must follow this advice. Even if you kept gambling and won 10 billion, the venue definitely couldn't pay out that much. So using this billion to buy a company and turning it into 10 billion becomes the best choice. Brother Felix, you are amazing. You still think of me when things like this happen. What are we waiting for? Let's go. I've always wanted to be a boss, just never had the chance. The opportunity is right in front of me. I'm going to buy a company. The venue organizers originally planned to have someone stop you, but Felix whispers a few words to the person in charge, and it's settled. You leave and head straight to the headquarters of Apex Group. And you're in construction group. Felix looks regretful. Brother, to put it bluntly, I just don't have the cash. If I did, I would definitely buy shares in this company. If you want to buy, act fast. If you don't, others are about to make a move, and you won't get the chance. Shelby, Barney, and the other kid standing next to him almost burst out laughing. Barney quickly adds, I heard from my dad. He just doesn't have the capital. He wanted to partner with others, but no one was willing, so my dad gave up. But I heard some companies are indeed planning to acquire Apex Group. The others quickly nodded. Young Master Sterling, we heard about this too. First come, first serve. Are you sure you have a chance now? If we don't quickly seize the opportunity to buy it, when others raise enough funds, you won't be able to buy it. Seeing their cooperation, President Anderson naturally doesn't want to miss this great opportunity. These young men are right. My group currently has more than 10 people planning to buy it. I've already arranged everything with them. Whoever pays first, I'll sell the group to them. Moreover, my group originally planned to sell for 1 billion. Since you young man were brought by young Master Felix, 1 billion flat. You can take it if you agree. Let's sign the contract now. If you don't agree, then forget it. I'll wait for the others. You haven't said anything yet. And Felix is getting anxious. Brother, don't miss this opportunity. Once it's gone, it won't come back. We had a great time today. Let's sign the contract quickly before others react. Buy this Apex Group. After a little restructuring, take the company public. By then, you could have billions or even tens of billions in assets. Our Sterling family only has a few hundred billion in assets. Mom, dad, and sis will definitely look at you with respect. Although the acting is clumsy, they coordinate perfectly. President Anderson, since you are willing to sell the company to me and the company's situation is confirmed, I won't waste words. Let's sign the contract immediately. President Anderson doesn't dare to delay, instructing his secretary to bring the contract. The two parties quickly sign. After completing all the procedures, you transfer 1 billion to an account under President Anderson's name. You then formally take over the company. With the team of lawyers you hire, President Anderson directly transfers 30 million to Felix. Young Master Felix, the company is sold now to avoid trouble. I'm going abroad. Do you have any other instructions? If not, I'll be leaving. Felix looks at the numbers with satisfaction. Since you said that, Mr. Anderson, it would be unreasonable not to ask for your help. I don't have any other request. As the former president, you must be very clear about the company's various issues. I hope before you leave, you can submit all the company's problems to the judicial authorities or upload them to the internet. I want the company to go bankrupt and be liquidated in the shortest possible time. Hearing this, President Anderson smiles. Young Master Felix, if it were anything else, it might be difficult. But this matter is actually too simple. Don't worry, I'll go back and prepare everything. It will be completely detonated by tomorrow. At the latest, then I'll go abroad. We'll meet again someday. You completely ignore their dirty, under-the-table dealings. Instead, you briefly inquire about the company's situation and take a taxi back to the Sterling mansion. Upon returning, you see Mom, Dad, eldest sister, Elena, and Felix sitting quietly in the living room. Seeing you, Felix immediately stands up. Brother, I'm sorry, I only found out after coming back and telling Mom and Dad. It turns out Apex Group is actually facing huge problem. Bankruptcy could happen at any moment, and one misstep could lead to liquidation. It's all my fault when you were signing. I should have made you wait. Saying anything now is useless. You'd better tell us about the group situation. Mom, Dad, sister, please help. See if there's any way to recover some losses. His face is full of guilt as he says this. Elena immediately speaks up. Felix, what does this have to do with you? You just took him to Apex Group. If he didn't want to buy it himself, could anyone force him? Spending $1 billion without a single warning. You are such a spendthrift. Let me tell you, Arthur, if your company is in trouble, don't come to me. I won't help you. Bankruptcy is bankruptcy. Liquidation is liquidation. Anyway, it was easy come, easy go. Father Richard also speaks up. Your sister is right in the final analysis. This is still your own fault. Spending $1 billion to buy a group on the verge of bankruptcy. You are amazing. Not only a gambler, but also an idiot. How did I give birth to a thing like you? If you had even a fraction of your brother's calmness and understanding, you wouldn't have made such a huge joke. But no matter what, you are my son. Since you did something wrong, I will punish you for what you did, so you learn a lesson. He says, come over here, standing up and raising his hand. This slap will teach you a lesson. Go back and deal with that company as soon as possible. And Steve, human's steady heart, don't embarrass me. You simply reach out and grab his hand, then let go. Dad, I just came back and you all are blaming me, right? What heinous crime did I commit? When I was in the orphanage, someone told me unexpected wealth should be spent as soon as possible. Anyway, it came from the wind. If I lose it, I lose it. Besides deducting this amount, I still earned over $1 million. You say gambling is shameful, but did I go to the casino alone? Felix took me there. You say acquiring Apex Group is humiliating you, but Felix took me to Apex Group. The problem now is Felix took me there, and all this happened, yet you all are criticizing me. Did Felix do nothing wrong? If he hadn't taken me, could I have won? He didn't even think I would win. And where would I find information about acquiring Apex Group? So it seems this is all Felix's fault. Why are you criticizing me? Hearing you mention Felix, Victoria, who had been silent, expresses her displeasure. You evil creature. How dare you blame everything on your brother? You went to the casino yourself. What does it have to do with your brother? You clearly won $1 billion, but bought a company on the verge of bankruptcy. You didn't investigate such a company at all. You bought it without understanding it. Elena heads, you don't need to give him a single point. This company is a test for him from the Sterling family. As long as the company isn't liquidated, even if he passes the test, but that's simply impossible. I know it's probably because of the environment you lived in before was too terrible. That's what made you you are today. We must correct you, I think, from now on. I won't give him any living expenses, nor will I give him his rightful share at this time. Richard also says, if I knew you were so heartless, trying to blame your brother for everything, I shouldn't have brought you back in the first place. Don't you have a $1 million growth fund every month? From now on, you are responsible for your own life. Don't even think about asking the family for a penny. Watching this family performance, you are speechless. They really treat Felix like their biological son, and you like the adopted one. You are wondering what kind of gift the system will give you for listening to their advice this time. His private building is worth billions of dollars, so naturally one should do what they like. Seeing them all stop talking, you say calmly, are you done? You didn't expect that as soon as you finished speaking. Victoria frowned and said, what kind of attitude is this? We are doing this for your own good. Is this your attitude? Elena frowns and says, you did something wrong. Are we not allowed to speak? If you keep acting like this, as your eldest sister, although I can't teach you a lesson, I don't approve of you either. Richard even pulls out a half-meter long ruler. I was going to teach you a lesson. Letting you know you were wrong was enough. Look at you now, admitting your mistake, but refusing to correct it. Stubborn to the end. I need to teach you a lesson. Are you testing me? You say coldly. I just said Felix took me to the venue. He also gambled since we have to suffer the consequences of family law. He should share the burden with me. Felix also introduced me to Apex Group and he persuaded me to buy it. I just bought it so he is responsible for everything. He deliberately tricked me. You can't ignore this, right? My only mistake was listening to Felix. I'm going to gamble, listening to Felix and buying Apex Group and spending the 10 billion I worked so hard to earn. This is my fall. But if I really have to be punished by the family, I won't do it. If we're going to fight, Felix and I must be hit together. What happens next is completely beyond the realm of reason. Elena and Victoria both feel that you are refusing to admit your mistakes, and they all want Richard to teach you a lesson. You are speechless. They presented the facts themselves, but refuse to believe them. As a result, you are about to be beaten, just for mentioning that fake young master. Seeing Richard brandish the ruler at you, you simply reach out and grab it. Then to everyone's surprise, you snatched it out of his hand. Do you people not understand human language? Since you can't understand, you don't need to understand, Felix. I felt something was wrong while gambling, but since I won so much I didn't take it seriously. Now I understand. You were plotting against me from the start. Weren't you? Isn't the Sterling family famous for its manners? Did my brother deliberately trick me? That is treason. Is it reasonable for me to apply family discipline to you? As you speak, you take 2 steps, arriving right in front of Felix. Under his terrified gaze, the ruler smashes onto Felix's shoulder. This time you deliberately made me gamble. Trying to scam me, the ruler falls on his face. You deliberately led me to buy this dying company. This is the price for deliberately scamming me. Out of 1 billion, you smack him 7 or 8 times. The others finally react. Richard reaches out to grab the ruler, while simultaneously kicking out to push you aside. You are wary of him from the start. Just as his kick lands, you dodge sideways. The kick lands squarely on Felix, who even after being slapped more than 10 times, is still a bit dazed, ignoring the pain on his face. Felix curls up like a shrimp. It hurts, it hurts. I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. Richard, Elena, and Victoria act as if their potential has been unleashed. Rushing to Felix's side, you are quite surprised. As expected, anything involving Felix makes this family blind and deaf, unleashing infinite potential. Richard rushes over, first trying to snatch the ruler from your hand. You swing the ruler, hitting Richard's arm. You animal, I am your father. How dare you hit me? I dare. I already started. You didn't raise me, but you expect me to stand here obediently and let you beat me? Who do you think you are? Nothing goes my way, and I'm expected to apologize and be punished. I really can't afford a father like you today. I leave these words here. Either pay back everything you owe me over the years, and I'll listen to you. If not, don't even think about beating or punishing me, no matter who it is. If you dare touch me again, don't blame me for being impolite. You strike Richard with the ruler. From the moment I returned until now, you haven't given me any food and even forced me to live in the basement. Consider this my warning to you. If this continues, don't blame me for being impolite. Hit twice in a row, Richard starts to lose face. Victoria, unable to hold back, yells, even if your father didn't raise you, I am your mother. You are the child I gave birth to. I should decide everything you do, how I can make you apologize, right? Hearing this, you take the ruler, walk over to Victoria, and extend your hand. Slap yourself 3 times. An apology is not an option, but you are not wrong either. You are my mother. You gave me the gift of life. Although I was wrong in this matter, what can I do? You are my mother. You made me apologize. I can't apologize, so I am willing to punish myself. However, such unreasonable demands should not be made in the future. This is the first time and the last time. If you continue to use the title of my biological mother to force me to do things against my principles and conscience, then our mother-son relationship will end. I'll say it one last time. An apology is impossible. I don't care if Felix did it intentionally or accidentally, but he indeed told me to gamble, and he persuaded me to buy Apex Group. Believe it or not, do whatever you want. Don't bother me unless it's important. I need to rest. As you speak, you walk towards this basement, but Richard suddenly roars. You evil creature, you beat your brother and then hit me. Do you think you can just walk away? You don't know the rules of the Sterling family. Hearing this, you stop, turning back with a cold smile. What rules of conduct does the Sterling family have? Isn't it just treating the adopted son well and not treating your own son well at all? If you dare act, I dare tell everyone that after finding your biological son, not only did you not give him a single point, but you even forced him to live in the basement. Let's see what reputation you have left then. And more, if you act, you better beat me to death. Then you yourselves will be the murderers of your own son. If anyone fails to kill me, I will take revenge on your adopted son. After speaking, you ignore this stupid family. You still have to wait for the system to complete the liquidation process. Once the company is liquidated, you will have your own independent building and become a billionaire in the Sterling family hall. Felix is saying with a pitiful face, Dad, Mom, eldest sister, I know you didn't punish my brother because of me, but my brother is right about one thing. Although he gambled, I took him there. And he even won $1 billion gambling. That's not his fault. As for the later acquisition of Apex Group for $1 billion, he made a mistake. After Apex Group goes bankrupt, my brother will have lost his support. Then he will listen to Mom and Dad, right? Although he doesn't say explicitly, the meaning is clear. He is implying you are ungrateful. telling the family not to rush and wait until you lose everything, then you'll definitely come back to apologize. The next day Apex Group collapses. After you arrive at the group that day, you can only helplessly watch Apex Group go bankrupt and be liquidated. It takes a month for all matters to be resolved. You indeed have what the system notified you of. Only the headquarters building remains. The headquarters is currently located in a remote area. There weren't many tenants to begin with, plus the building needs management. Therefore you can barely break even this month. Every time you come home your family ignores you. During this period your 4 other sisters didn't even return until everything is over. When you return to the Sterling family, the fake young master is the first to stand up and greet you. Brother Apex Group has been completely liquidated. Now only the headquarters building remains. I heard the management fees for this headquarters building are even higher than the rent. Your monthly growth fund must have been heavily invested in it. If you don't eat lunch, you have to tell me I can treat you to a meal. His gloating is almost overflowing. This rogue family doesn't notice the gloating in his words. Instead they all start speaking out. Richard sneers, look how good your brother is to you. Even if you ignore your brother for a whole month, your brother knows you won't make it and still wants to treat you to a meal. Why aren't you more careful? Victoria adds, it's good that it was liquidated. I still hold the same view. As long as you greet your brother, you are still my son. As long as you don't target your brother, we don't need your food, Elena says. By now you should have figured it out. You have no business town. You don't have the qualities to be a boss. Apologize immediately. Although I can't continue to fund your company, I can arrange a position for you in the group, allowing you to have an income. Looking at this family you really don't want to talk, but to avoid trouble you say, since you all know about Apex Group, can I sell this building to you? Who knows, maybe one day this headquarters building will be valuable. You can still make money right after you say that. Fake young master Felix quickly shakes his head. Brother, I want to help you, but I don't have that much. Richard scoffs, your headquarters building is unlikely to generate a profit. Whoever gets it will only lose money, since it will definitely become a burden to me. Why bother buying it? You must bear the consequences of your actions. Victoria says, a real man. Since it was my own choice, then you have to bear it yourself. You can keep the headquarters building for yourself. Anyway, you still have a $1 million growth fund. Every month it will be able to sustain the building's operations. Don't expect the family to help you. Elena says, you either sell it cheap to some fool or let them bear the responsibility, where you take $1 million a month from the growth fund to sustain the building's operations. What I can do is help you contact people to buy your building, but the price will be much lower. If you can accept it, I will help you contact them. They want us to take over. Impossible. When fake young master Felix hears his sister wants to help, he fears you will sell it at a low price and escape the trap, so he reiterates, brother, don't be discouraged. Even though we have to put money in every month, it's still a building after all. Although it seems like a failure now, but who can guarantee that one day the area around that building won't be developed? Maybe one day urban planning will designate this area as a development zone, special economic zone, etc. Then wouldn't your building be worth its price? At that time, this building will be worth at least tens of billions. Besides, you don't need to pay much anyway. Keeping it is always better than selling it. Hearing this, you put on a slightly strange expression, then shake your head if you don't want to help. Then forget it. I've been quite tired this past month. I sincerely thank my eldest sister for helping me contact people to buy this product. However, I think Felix is right. This building should still remain under our ownership. Who knows, maybe one day it will be worth it. You head back to rest. However, the rest of the Sterling family hasn't slept yet. Richard wants to show you the difference, letting Felix and Elena work overnight to compile a profit report of Felix's company, so you can see how excellent he is. The next morning, after breakfast, seeing you come out, Elena places a document in front of you. Look at the gap between you and Felix. His entertainment company, founded a year ago with 10 million RMB, only took a year to become a 100 million entertainment company. Moreover, the company has very good development prospects. If nothing unexpected happens, within 10 years this entertainment company will be worth over $1 billion. You spend $1 billion to learn a lesson, but your brother turned 10 million into 1 billion through this matter. You should think carefully about it. Richard also speaks up. Felix indeed didn't disappoint me. I will reward him with another 10 million. You can invest some capital in the company to better develop the company. I hope you can continue your efforts. Victoria also says your dad gave you 10 million. This way, achieving $1 billion wealth within 10 years, maybe it can be achieved in 5 years, or even less. Elena continues. Since both mom and dad are giving, I can't refuse to give it to you. However, I don't have much right now. I will give you 1 million. Consider this money as pocket money. They look so happy together, but a thought flashes through your mind. In other words, if I can use very little and make a profit of more than 10 times, you will also reward me. Is that true or false? Although you no longer value these things, will they be infected by this family? Are you still willing? But after you say those words, you receive a cold laugh instead. Felix's cold smile lasts for less than a second before quickly turning into a plea. Mom and Dad, I think my brother is right. If my brother can also increase the company's value by more than 10 times within a year, then Mom, Dad, and Sis must also reward my brother. Even if you don't build your own company after acquiring a company at this time, even if the company's value increases tenfold, that's already amazing. Otherwise, I would feel it's unfair. After he finishes, Elena continues to sneer. Felix is right, but do you think it's possible he can lose 1 billion? Giving him $10 million wouldn't even be enough for him to live a luxurious life. Richard speaks up. I'll leave my words here. If you can start a company with a registered capital of more than 10 million, then increase the company's value tenfold within a year, I will reward you with 20 million. Victoria also says me too. If he can really do it, what if I reward him with 20 million? When you hear what they say, you quickly say you said it yourselves. I recorded the whole thing. Now, I have another question. This is Apex Group that I bought this time. If the middle part also increases by more than 10 times, will I get the same reward? What you said makes Felix laugh out loud, brother. Although I don't want to discourage you, you still need to face reality. Your Apex Group has lost 1 billion RMB. Only the headquarters building is left. That's it if you are really that lucky. Increasing the building's value to more than 10 billion. Then I am willing to save what I have. I will give you 5 million in cash. Elena says you can dream if you want. If you can really turn your headquarters building into a multi-billion-dollar structure, then I will give you 5 million. The four of us will give you 50 million straight up. Richard agrees. If you can invest 1 billion in Apex Group, tenfold the base, becoming 10 billion, then I will still give you 20 million. Victoria also says I only have 20 million right for our family. That's nothing. The situation you described is completely impossible. As a result, they had just finished talking. The morning news starts broadcasting on the TV. Recently, the Provincial Party Committee Congress has concluded. Approved by the Provincial Party Committee, the western part of Yanjiang District, Linhai City has officially become the Yanjiang Economic Development Zone. Hundreds of well-known companies from across the country and even the world have agreed to relocate here. The news is broadcasted. The whole family is stunned. Victoria picks it up with a slight hesitation. Documents on the table from yesterday's investigation. The headquarters building of Apex Group is located at western part of Yanjiang District, Linhai City. Hearing this, Richard feels his tongue is almost unusable. Therefore, the headquarters building of Apex Group becomes the center of the economic development zone. That property must be worth at least tens of billions of dollars, right? Seeing the scene, you don't give them a chance to think too much about it. Since you have all seen the announcement, then I just want to ask if this counts. It turned 1 billion into 10 billion. 50 million you promised me. Shouldn't you give it to me? The family of Ford is still in a state of shock. Hearing this sentence, the moment is a bit awkward. Let them give you the money. They don't want to, even as biological parents. Even your sister doesn't want to give you money. But the words have already been spoken, and your phone is still recording a video. If they don't give it to me, after this incident is exposed, where do they put their faces? Felix is the one who can least accept it. His plan was perfect based on previous events. Make your parents and sister dislike you. Then you will lose everything. But now the first personal achievement is completed. Your parents and sister really hate you, but the standards you set yourself left you with nothing. Yet it collapsed in the blink of an eye. Obviously she wanted to trick him. Why does it never work? In addition, I also wanted to see him make a fool of himself today. Not only did he lose 5 million, but we also want this boy to get 50 million. No, we absolutely cannot let him get that money back again. Let him get 50 million, a building worth 10 billion. The gap between me and him is too big, but he is so rich. What if my parents and sister change their minds and let him get that 50 million? He doesn't know what he can do with it. What if we make a profit again? Thinking about all these possibilities, in his heart he rejected the idea of giving money. Let's just get straight to the point, brother. So you already knew the matter of establishing a development zone there. I said, how dare you acquire Apex Group? They even dared to bet with us. At that time I misunderstood your intentions. You dared to spend 1 billion to buy Apex Group. It turns out everything was planned in advance. But now, brother, you have everything. That is a building worth billions of dollars. Don't expect to take our meager amount of money. You deliberately used the information you knew to bet with us. That is inherently unfair. And you already knew the news. Why didn't you tell the family? If you told your family, this family would also make hundreds of billions of dollars from this news. Even more, we are family, we should help each other. You should report the good news to your family. Don't you think so? I thought you suddenly became a billionaire. Everyone had different ideas in their minds. As a result, Felix speaks up. All of them from Elena speaks up. I said I felt something was wrong. So you already knew about the headquarters building. That area will become a development zone. You are so selfish. Do you know how much your family lost because of this? If you told your family about this, Seize this opportunity. Even if the family didn't make hundreds of billions of dollars, they could still make tens of billions of dollars. Let our sterling family become billionaires. It's not impossible for a rich family to marry someone from a lower class. As a result, because of your selfishness, we missed a great opportunity, and you are using this information to make money for yourself instead. They want to bet with us, just to trick us out of this little bit of money. What you did really disappointed me. Hearing this, Richard's expression also darkens. Why do I have such a selfish son? You didn't even report this good news to your family, causing the family to suffer such huge losses for no good reason. Even you use this information to scam my money. I'm telling you, I have 1 cent here. You forget about getting it. Victoria also says, are you still our biological son? I am very disappointed in you. I won't give you the money, I promise. Don't ever think about taking your siblings' money. They already own buildings worth tens of billions of dollars. Why bother with our meager amount of money? It seems this family is preparing to default on their debt. You don't care either. Instead, you smile and wave your phone. I reviewed the video I just recorded, then fast forward to the end. That is right now. Then you say with a smile, it's fine if you don't give it to me. If you don't give it to me, I'll post that message online. Let everyone judge for me. Let them also see it. The controllers behind the Sterling Group, they are completely untrustworthy. You dare Richard and Elena speak in unison. You scoff. What do I have to fear? If you don't dare give it to me, I'll let everyone know. I'll say this one last time. Either you give me the money, or you will have to wait until you become the laughingstock of the entire online community. Since we have come this far, your family knows you are a determined person. I think you are too selfish. But they dare not say anything. Richard takes out a bank card and throws it at you. There are exactly 50 million boxes on this card. Your mother, your sister. I gave you your brother's money, along with everything else. Please delete that video for me. You are very happy to have 50 million in your hand. They cooperate by pointing the phone at them. Then, with just one click, you can delete the video you just recorded. Watching the group of people breathe a sigh of relief, you secretly laugh in contempt. That video was indeed deleted, but just now you completed the backup process. Otherwise you worry that this family will accuse you of stealing their money. Just then the phone rings. The caller is the manager of the headquarters building. As you can see, my building has become part of the development planning area. From now on I will be very busy, so just call me if you need anything. I'm leaving. After saying that, you turn and leave. This building is worth over 10 billion. As well as the establishment of the development zone. Many companies will move into their own buildings. You need to go and help complete everything. You just stepped out. Felix has woken up from me. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. He is still a bit confused. But I know a little bit. If he can't make his image worse in the eyes of the Sterling family, then you can replace him with someone else playing the fake young master. Therefore, accelerating the treatment process at this stage is extremely necessary. Your conflict with the Sterling family, nothing else matters. Those who understand this point. He immediately looks pitiful. Mom and Dad, I was the one who invited him to gamble, making $1 billion. Obviously, I was the one who took him to acquire Apex Group for 1 billion RMB. But he didn't show any gratitude to me at all. They became so rich, they didn't even want to say thank you. He left immediately. Actually, although I was disappointed, that's not my brother's fault. However, he deliberately used the information he knew beforehand. He treated his parents and sister badly, but I find it hard to accept. And I think I really missed my brother before. You must know this news already. So he deliberately made you say you wouldn't buy his building if you don't help him. He just wants to silence you with those words so that you can't interfere in his construction. Isn't this a blatant act of judging others based on one's own narrow standards? You searched for him diligently for so many years. They finally found him, but this is what happened to him. Mom and Dad and eldest sister. I feel sorry for you guys. And now my brother is rich. I no longer value you. We are better off without money. Initially, the family of 3 felt a little you are more valuable, but now that Felix has said this, they only feel their sincere feelings have been wasted, especially Felix's last sentence. It gave them some ideas. The best way is to make you spend money. This way, you will naturally lose your arrogant confidence. Thinking of this, Elena speaks up. Parents and brother Felix, think of a way to make him spend all the money you have on hand. He will be fine when he runs out of money. Richard nods when he hears that. What you said is absolutely correct. But now he owns a building worth billions of dollars. Putting other things aside, they must collect hundreds of millions of dollars in rent every year, right? Moreover, he has a growth investment fund worth 1 million per month. The 50 million we just received, I want him to spend all this money, and it cannot make money. That's not easy at all. Victoria also says, I want him to spend this money. That's not easy at all. If you force him to give you money, maybe he won't give it. Therefore, this issue needs to be considered further. Hearing this, Felix is anxious and quickly says, no need for lengthy planning. I have an idea. The problem is not just persuading him to spend money. This can also help the family share the burden. Let's do it like this. Although the possibility of family businesses developing further has increased, but Yan Shen's money still needs to invest a significant amount of money. Probably won't be much left. This might be a bit unfair to him. If not, let's forget it. When I didn't say how can you easily let it go? What is unfair about it? Victoria is filled with righteous indignation. He never treated us like family. Now he has more money. They are no longer valued. From now on, he will become the disgrace of the Sterling family. Felix, don't always treat him as your brother. As long as we can persuade him to hand over the money, and once spent it cannot be taken back. Richard also says, his money is my Sterling family's money. The money of the Sterling family belongs to the Sterling family. Businesses have an obligation to contribute. Tell us about it as long as that method is feasible. Let's do as you say. Felix looks hesitant. What she was about to say but didn't make Elena anxious. Felix, you should speak up, but you must understand. If we can persuade him to spend money on our family, taking the family business a step further, it means the whole Sterling family is progressing together. But don't hesitate anymore, as long as it is beneficial to the family business, and it also allows him to spend money. All methods are acceptable. Felix looks thoughtful, nodding. Eldest sister, I find that reasonable. Actually, the solution to this problem is quite simple. The Sterling family currently operates in the field of daily consumer chemical products. Although it is among the top schools in the country, she is also quite famous abroad. However, after all, due to the company's past years of operation, the development process left many problems, especially in companies, some long-term employees, and some affiliated companies. It has become an optional existence. If the group can manage these subsidiaries, clean up with the veteran employees, then the parent company will definitely enter a period of rapid development. It is very difficult for Arthur to acquire these subsidiaries, but anyway, Arthur is also mom and dad's biological son. Transferring the company will be easy, and after the handover process is complete, even if they know the truth, what can they do by then? The company will definitely have been eliminated. These seniors have all been relocated. If the company has problems, these people have problems, then solving this matter is up to brother Arthur. Mom and dad, don't you want to train your brother a little bit? This is a good opportunity to see my brother's ability. Maybe he can completely solve these problems. If that is indeed the case, this also shows that the brother is really capable. Those companies are completely operating at a loss. Moreover, they do not own any land, no fixed assets. If they really go bankrupt, nothing should be missed. As for the long-term employees who rely on their past contributions to the company, every household has a vegetarian meal. They haven't done anything worthwhile. Want to solve their problem? That's not easy at all. This plan, whether it's him or the rest of the Sterling family, even the entire subsidiary, will benefit greatly. Maybe we can really go further, and you are the only one who is deceived. Having said that, Felix knows this family well. Scamming someone without any emotional connection for their family of three, their son, no psychological burden. After he finished speaking, the eyes of all three people lit up simultaneously. They had to admit, at this moment they were extremely moved. Richard says seriously, Felix's idea is very good. Those subsidiaries are a burden to the group. They still haven't found a way to get rid of them. Now everything is fine, Elena. I will dump all these burdens on him later. Securities group can grow faster. He is the hero of the Sterling family. I definitely won't disappoint him in the future. Elena is extremely moved when she hears this. Dad, you are too good to him. He needs to know you have this intention. Who knows, they might be extremely grateful. Don't worry, I will talk to them about it later. Tell him to withdraw all his money. They shouldered the entire burden of the subsidiary. Felix's inexplicable confidence in his eldest sister. I am speechless. After thinking for a moment, he said softly, eldest sister, I think if we want to accomplish this, my brother must absolutely not know. He is doing his best for the Sterling family. My brother is arguing with the family. If this is beneficial to the family, he becomes unwilling to help. That would be a loss. Although our group's companies have many problems, although some people do not make money, but outsiders do not know these things, so you just need to tell your brother. These teas are all high-quality teas. He can make money after buying it. I think my brother will also agree. When these industries have problems, tell the truth to your brother again. Let him know how much effort he has put into the Sterling family. His parents won't mistreat him in the future. I think he can accept it. This also helps my brother avoid suspicion. At the same time, there is no need to pass the buck to each other while the problem had been solved. No one is disadvantaged. Having said that, his method is indeed very good. Richard nods in satisfaction. Felix has really met the expectations of the children I have raised. Your brain is really sharp. Your method is perfectly feasible. Elena, follow your brother's words. Find someone and tell Arthur they can pay the subsidiaries of these companies. All subsidiaries have been acquired. We solved all the company's problems in one go to put the company on the fastest development track as soon as possible. Victoria also says, listen to your brother and father's advice. This matter indeed needs to be handled more skillfully. This not only solves the company's problem, it can also make him more obedient. The matter related to the building has been resolved. The money you have on hand has increased from 5,000 over 100,000 has directly turned into 200 million. Moreover, from now on, he will receive at least 300 million each year. incident related to Apex Group previously attracted a lot of attention. After Apex Group went bankrupt, you became the biggest fool in the world. Many people often talk about these topics in their free time. Everyone says you were an idiot. They say you lost $1 billion. He is a big spender. You spent $1 billion to build a useless building. Many people feel embarrassed for you, but in the blink of an eye, everything happened. Earth-shaking changes. Your original image has completely disappeared. At this moment, carrying a reputation of being ignorant and lacking ambition. Just a moment. No one mentioned it anymore. After everything settled down, you finally have some free time. It's still not dark yet. Then I go home. You originally thought today would be like any other day. You can rest when you return. But after returning, you notice the difference. Besides parents, besides the eldest sister and the fake young master, there is also the fifth aunt. Two other young girls appear. One of these two is your fifth sister, Chloe Sterling Lang Manchu. The other is the daughter of the Vance family, who you have been betrothed to since childhood, Penelope Vance Chu Chian Ching. You haven't said anything yet, and the fifth sister speaks up. Arthur, although you are my brother, but there are some things I need to tell you. Penelope and Felix have secretly promised to stick together for life. Anyone with even a little self-awareness, they should take the initiative to propose terminating this agreement, a marriage that should never have existed in the first place. And you, as the eldest brother, will be the brother. You should fulfill your brother's wishes, right? I advise you right now, inform mom and dad immediately. Your deal with Penelope has been cancelled. After Chloe finishes speaking, she even glances at Felix with complacence. Felix nods slightly in response. But I am still happy he doesn't like Penelope. But I don't like him. But you don't want the other person to be by your side. Penelope hears Chloe's words. He is silent for a moment. She has liked Felix since childhood. However, Felix has always been very cold to him. I didn't expect him to reveal his true feelings today. Her family only hoped she will marry someone in the Sterling family. Whether it's finding the abandoned young master, or it doesn't matter if it's the fake young master I like. Are all those choices acceptable? But when she turns to look at you, he sighs in his heart again. The real young master was just found and brought home. I fear they will not give up on themselves. How should I refuse for the better? While they are having wild thoughts, Father Richard and Mother Victoria, they also implicitly kept silent. Everyone's eyes fall on you at this time. You don't have time to pay attention to their thoughts, because right after the fifth sister finished speaking, the system notification pops up again. System alert ding. Your fifth sister Chloe advises you to give up your fiancée, Penelope Vance. After giving up, you will lose a fortune worth tens of billions of dollars, a strong family, and a fiancé. Listening to advice buff active, you will unexpectedly get a new fiancé. Your new fiancé is not just standing behind the scenes. This family owns a fortune worth hundreds of billions of dollars. At the same time, he is also many times stronger than Penelope Vance in all aspects. After seeing this system notification, you have nothing to hesitate about. Moreover, standing behind them is a family possessing a fortune worth hundreds of billions of dollars. At the same time, his ability in all aspects is many times superior to Penelope Vance. In the future, he will own many real estates. There is still a lot of work to do. A fiancé powerful enough, even a wife can make things easier for you. Furthermore, regardless of the relationship between Penelope and Felix, this is the story of two childhood sweethearts. I feel uncomfortable, so you speak up without any hesitation. Fifth sister, since you have said so, then naturally I can't keep it. Let's do as you said, fifth sister. From now on, I will be with a woman named Penelope Vance. This woman has no relation to me, and mom and dad already said it right. Whether it is me or brother Felix, they are both their sons, therefore it is completely normal for anyone to fulfill this marriage agreement. What you say, everyone present is completely stunned. Felix didn't directly refute. That's because he believed you wouldn't agree. After all, it is a family possessing a fortune of tens of billions of dollars, the fiancé of a rich heiress. Moreover, Penelope is quite beautiful. Only an idiot would seize this kind of opportunity. We will never give up. He is not the only one who has this idea. Even the fifth sister Chloe, who spoke first, that's the same idea. The only person who is the most excited is Penelope. These years Felix had been pursuing Serena Croft, Zhang Miao, the goddess of the academy. Even when the other party has become the president of a group worth 5 billion RMB, initially Penelope thought she had no chance, but all that happened today, it makes her feel the opportunity is right in front of her. Arthur, right, since you are so understanding, then let's do as you say. Our marriage is officially terminated. The marriage agreement between our two families. Let's change from you and me to me and brother Felix. Speaking of which, she looks at the Sterling parents a bit shyly. Uncle, yet since Arthur doesn't appreciate me, Felix and I are childhood sweethearts. Please approve your requests. Everything happened so fast, the couple didn't even realize what was happening. They all glance at Felix at this time. Felix has also woken up. He steps forward with a smile on his face. Then he bows to you first. Brother, I am very sorry. Since you haven't been back here for a few years, the marriage relationship between the Sterling family and the Vance family has always existed, so everyone assumed it was just Penelope and me. Initially, if you didn't want to approve our request, I would reluctantly agree. After all, you are your parents' biological son. But since you have agreed to fulfill our requests, then I will not hesitate to accept it once you feel disgusted. Because you can see the connection between these two. They are not boyfriend and girlfriend at all. Now the problem is one side is willing to give and the other is willing to receive. They actually agreed in front of so many people. They are completely unaware of all this. You have recorded everything, no matter what they say from now on. Everything is firmly decided. So you nod and say, if you two have feelings for each other, move forward with the relationship quickly. I will not interfere in this matter. I'm quite busy these days. When are you getting married? Let me know when the time is right. I can also send a congratulatory gift. If there is nothing else, I will rest now while you are speaking. On one hand, I want to return to my basement. He only took a few steps when Felix stopped him. Brother Arthur, don't rush to rest. Since you approved my request, then I must turn my gratitude into action. Just right, last time when I went to the company, my sister told me, many companies belonging to the Sterling Group, although the benefits are very good, but due to reasons not noticed during the initial acquisition process, some companies have overlapping functions. Therefore, the group is currently preparing to allocate one of them. Some companies are for sale. These branches are all good businesses. If you have cash available, you can acquire many companies. Now you own a doghouse worth billions of dollars. The company you plan to buy is operating well, and your future business may revolve around. They are no worse than the entire Sterling family. Chloe hears this and says irritably, Felix, for this kind of person. Good news, you shouldn't have told him. He has a lot of money. I don't even know what to buy for my family. I don't even know how to spend money on my family. Hearing this, eldest sister Elena is in the hall. Chloe, how dare you say that? Anyway, Arthur is also our brother. Then she tells you your brother Felix is right. Since you have money, you can take over a part of it. We can even acquire all these companies. I came here with the intention of selling the company to someone else, but you are still my brother. If you are willing to accept, then we will prioritize you. Richard says, since both your sister and brother have said so, and I have no objection, you still should thank them. If it wasn't for them, you simply couldn't acquire these companies. Even Penelope speaks up. Arthur, you are so lucky. It's wonderful to have such a great family. Although you lost me your fiancé, but you still have a family that always cares about you. You should be happy. Even brother Felix helped you come up with that idea. They want you to buy the subsidiaries of the Sterling Group to make money. Only you have such a good opportunity. Don't be ungrateful at this time. Felix steps forward. He holds Penelope's hand and says, brother, although you lost a beautiful fiancé, but there are still opportunities to make money. Pretty good, right? He says those things to provoke you into giving him money, but you haven't even had a chance to react yet. There is another knock on the door. Everyone looks outside, then they see the butler has opened the door and enter. None other than the visitor from a few days ago is Lawyer Lincoln. Witnessing the appearance of Lawyer Lincoln, you smile inwardly because you know this is primarily related to the reward. However, the rest of the Sterling family is unaware. Felix looks at you with a half smile and says, I say, brother, why aren't you saying anything? So you are waiting for Lawyer Lincoln. You want Lawyer Lincoln to review your case, right? No problem, Lawyer Lincoln has arrived. Then you should take a close look at the situation of these companies. Check if there are any problems with the contract. If there are no problems, you can sign the contract with the school. As he speaks, then he takes some documents out from under the table. It is placed right in front of you. It's all just to trick you into falling into their trap. However, what happens next is completely different. This exceeds the family's expectations. Just as Lawyer Lincoln enters, she asks Felix if he is engaged. Felix thinks the other party will help. Have you won back your fiancé? He immediately confirms that Penelope is his fiancé. Ask the Sterling parents and sister, fifth sister and others also confirm it is true. Lawyer Lincoln recorded the whole incident on video. After leaving the evidence, only then does he take out another document. Since your young master of the Sterling family, Felix originated, he already has a fiancé. So this matter no longer concerns him. My visit this time still cannot fully convey the meaning, the will of the great-grandfather of the two young masters today. Anyone aged 18 or older, and he doesn't have a girlfriend. The younger generation of the Sterling family does not have a fiancé, yet everyone can inherit this will. According to my investigation, no other branch of the Sterling family meets the requirements originally. You had two here, now Felix has a fiancé. Therefore this will be solely owned by Arthur. I don't know why. Hearing what Lawyer Lincoln said, Felix senses something is wrong, but now everything is decided. They all told the others. Lawyer Lincoln also recorded it. Now there is no backing out. Lawyer Lincoln continues, before passing away, the old man made a marriage agreement with the Croft-Jean family. The Croft family has confirmed this. Currently, no one in the younger generation of the Croft family is married, and there are currently no engaged couples. There is only one Serena Croft-Jean Meow. The Sterling family only has Arthur, so from now on this marriage contract is between me and the two of them. Congratulations, young Master Arthur. From now on Serena Croft will be your fiancé. He said this, he takes out a piece of paper. This is before I arrived. This Serena Croft asked me to give this to you. He wants to meet you here at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Let's discuss the issue of your marriage agreement. You accept the note? I looked at the address above. Then he nods and says thank you very much, Lawyer Lincoln. I will definitely be there on time tonight. I was supposed to lose my fiancée today. I didn't expect them to send me a fiancée at this time. I will go talk to her about this. When should we get married? After thanking Lawyer Lincoln, I would like to add more. Lawyer Lincoln smiles slightly. Then they prepare to leave. Therefore at this time, finally Felix couldn't hold back anymore. He steps forward and grabs Lawyer Lincoln's arm, saying Lawyer Lincoln is the Croft family. You are referring to the family with total assets of up to hundreds of billions of dollars. Is that the person who started his own company after graduating, increased the value of the company in a short time? Serena Croft with 5 billion. Lawyer Lincoln nods when hearing this. That's right, second young master Sterling. That's the other side. Penelope also arrives. She grabs his arm. Brother Felix. What's wrong with you? Felix's eyes dart around. Takes a deep breath. He says with a smile, I find it unbelievable. I didn't expect my great-grandfather to have such a trick. Only one. Nowadays people value free love. Even if my brother and Serena Croft are engaged, what if Serena Croft doesn't like her brother? Then the two of them cannot be together. After all, he grew up in an orphanage for many years, struggling at the bottom of society. I'm worried my brother will meet the other person tomorrow. Don't make a fool of yourself, or maybe the marriage contract has been cancelled. At that time, our Sterling family will lose face in front of him. Ultimately it is all for the sake of the family, but those words demean you. And they also said quite a lot of things. However, the family doesn't seem to notice his contemptuous words. I just want to avoid embarrassing you. Chloe speaks up. Brother Felix is right. Although you have left good luck and the eldest daughter of the Kraft family is engaged, but the gap between you two is too big. I advise you to be self-aware. Don't help the Sterling family. Save people. Elena says Arthur. I have heard of Serena Kraft. It is not only powerful, she is also very beautiful. The gap between you and him is too big. Meeting you tomorrow might embarrass you. This way you will implicate the whole Sterling family. Better to refuse. Let's not go. I hear this is meant to persuade myself. You are still happy. But after the other party finishes speaking, he still hasn't heard the notification from the system. You can't help but ask yourself. He thought the system wouldn't answer him. However, the system transmitted the data. Reward for listening to advice. When someone gives advice and that advice is appropriate, no reward will be given, no task will be triggered. Now you understand, because this new fiancé is the one I persuaded to marry. If you listen to that advice again, then give up. Isn't that like taking advantage of a game glitch? At this time Father Richard speaks even more bluntly. Arthur, you are my son. I understand your situation. I understand the Croft family situation better. If you just go meet the other person like that, most will feel embarrassed and have the marriage contract cancelled by the other party at that time. You won't be the only one losing face. Our whole family will be embarrassed with you. Why don't you refuse right now? Victoria also says Arthur, listen to us, don't embarrass yourself. She is the heir of a multinational corporation, worth billions of dollars. How can I be by your side? It makes no difference whether you go tomorrow or not. Instead of being humiliated, better to refuse outright, to avoid making a fool of yourself. Felix witnesses this scene. Deep down he feels complacent. Maybe I can go take a look myself. What if Serena Croft mistakes him for her fiancé? Can I take another step in my relationship with him? While he is lost in thought, you didn't give him any more chances. Because of the company acquisition I mentioned earlier, the system notification has arrived. System alert ding. Listen to your family's advice. Acquire unnecessary subsidiaries of the group. After the purchase, you will face a lot of dissatisfaction from long-term employees. The company is on the verge of bankruptcy. You might even fall into heavy debt. You need to use the money earned to cover the shortfall. Listening to advice buff active. After you buy the company, senior employees will receive the lowest salary, benefits, the latest formula for 3 daily chemical products. After it is released, your company will at least maintain the status quo. With good management, it is entirely possible to increase tenfold or even 100-fold if there wasn't a system prompt. You would have left a long time ago. Did they never think of this? Canceling the marriage contract early will also hurt the other party, right? So you start talking. You are just thinking of stopping me from going. Don't you think that not going will offend people more? I don't care what you think. I will still go. Let's continue with the previous topic. Didn't you say that this group has some companies it wants to sell? I currently have 200 million available. Then every year there will still be 200 to 300 million. If there are similar company, I can buy it. The whole family looks a bit stunned. Then they realize what is happening. Instead of that, better to wait until tomorrow. Felix also realizes what is happening. Fiancé's story. He can think of a solution tomorrow. The most important thing now is to free himself from all the burdens of the group. When the goddess Serena Croft finds out you are so slow after buying a bunch of junk, regardless of your previous impression, maybe now they don't have a good impression of each other. This way, after meeting tomorrow, go straight. The possibility of the negotiations breaking down is also increasing. Mom and Dad I think my brother is right. If they suddenly cancel the marriage contract like that, that definitely won't work. Now my brother wants to acquire some companies in the group. Why not transfer a few companies to my brother's name? First, of course, this group is not part of our family. Therefore the company can offer a lower price, but not too low since my brother still has 200 million. Let's start with 200 million. One of them is worth approximately the same. Sell the company to my brother. This idea was originally the whole family's idea. Now Felix has spoken. Then elder sister Elena continues. If it's 200 million what the group can offer now, that only includes the entertainment company affiliated with the group. This way actually, it's not too bad your brother owns something valuable. An entertainment company with about 100 million. You also own an entertainment company worth 200 million. It's great that two brothers can compete with each other. Let's see which company is developing better since you came back. Although you have earned a considerable amount of money, but it was all unexpected. None of them can prove your ability. I know you want your parents' approval, but you didn't show it. How can you get your parents' approval? Buy an entertainment company. Compete with Felix. Let's see whose company is doing better. This will make it easy for your parents to see your ability. This is also an opportunity for you to integrate into this family. I wonder if you are willing. This is blatant moral blackmail, or rather emotional blackmail. It's good that from the beginning you didn't care about them at all, and they want to sell it to me. This is exactly what you want to buy. Is this an entertainment company? I am quite interested. But what is the situation of the company now? Last time Felix took me there, I completely trusted him. But it turned out to be a trap for me. This time he introduces me again. I need to find out if this entertainment company has any problems. If the entertainment company agrees, I will buy it. In short, it is a subsidiary of the group. I think there won't be any major problems. You mentioned it yourself. This family has been prepared for a long time. Of course you won't refuse. You are led by your eldest sister and Felix. Together they went to the entertainment company. After you enter, the whole company leaves a good impression on me. Even when you look at the company, when processing reports and other issues, no problems found. But you know, the more problems there are, the harder it is to find them. This further shows the company is facing serious problems. Nothing else matters. The most important thing is to acquire this company. Therefore, no matter what problems the company faces, you pretend not to know even after looking at it. He says he is completely satisfied. I have learned about the company's situation. In general, it is quite good. I am satisfied in all aspects. I am ready if you can. Please transfer ownership of the company to my name now. As long as the company receives the money, I will immediately turn around. Since you said so. Felix and his eldest sister naturally won't waste words. It only took a little over an hour. The company was successfully transferred to your name. Since the company is now under my name, then I will come and take over the company. Go back and tell your parents. Maybe I won't go back tonight. I heard you were coming to that company. Felix quickly stops him and says, it's already 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Obviously taking over the company at this time will be very inconvenient. Why don't you go meet Serena Croft tomorrow? It's not too late to contact the management company later, otherwise there is very little time left. If the problem cannot be resolved retaining employees, they make them work overtime on the very first day. They also won't have a good impression of you. It sounds like this is for your own good, but you know they definitely. I want to do something during this time, but even if they want to do something, is there any other way anyway? That system still exists no matter what they do. I can't possibly return it. So you agreed with him, that's right. Then I won't go to the company this afternoon. There are still some unresolved issues in my building. I will go solve these issues this afternoon. After returning home, explain the situation. The whole family is very happy. Eldest sister Elena says, everything on my side is ready. After Arthur takes over the company tomorrow, you will see him in the company. There are many elderly people in the group. This is a place for the elderly to stay. Although this time the group is not left behind. All of its subsidiaries have been liquidated. However, the incident related to the entertainment companies, and for most elderly people, that is enough now. All burdens have disappeared. The company will develop better. The sales of the company's daily chemical products, there will be far fewer restrictions. Fifth sister Chloe also smiles. Arthur still doesn't know his arrival at the company today was arranged in advance. This is what we want him to see. Felix, what I asked you to do earlier, don't forget. Those entertainment companies still have some. Discover all potential artists and trainees and competent people in the company, and they will recruit everyone who is willing to follow you. Bring it into your company. Let his company become a completely empty shell. Doesn't he think he is very capable? Give him an empty shell company. I will see if he is still able to develop the company. This time Felix doesn't need to drive back anymore. Penelope says smugly, I have arranged someone to take care of these things. He will arrive at the company tomorrow. He will be completely stunned. All sons, daughters, and daughters-in-law are here. They are plotting against their own son. Therefore the Sterling couple is not angry at all. Instead he nods happily. You did a great job. That kid deserves to be taught a lesson. The previous incident with Apex Group still hasn't taught him a lesson. He should learn from experience. After suffering another failure, you did a great job. This group has solved the burden for the entertainment company. This also solves the problem of many long-term employees. This way to help the group develop faster. At the same time, it will also teach the kid a lesson. Let him know who is in charge of his family. Without waking up in the morning, the family is eating. You don't even bother greeting these people. He opens the door and steps outside. However, you just stepped out. Felix stands up. Mom and Dad, I need to go to the company right now. We have eaten enough. I'll go first. He only took a few steps. The eldest sister and fifth sister also stand up. He said that he would do as he pleased. They leave together therefore. Although they went in different directions. But after they left the villa, they all met unexpectedly. Their goal is also very simple. That is to follow you don't know. Three tails follow behind. After calling a taxi, they leave by taxi. We arrived at the appointed place quickly. You just appeared. A young girl steps forward. You must be Mr. Arthur Sterling, right? Hello, I am Serena Croft. I originally thought he would be my fiancé. That fake young master name. Where's Felix Sterling? If it was him, today's meeting wouldn't have been necessary. If it's you, I'm quite interested. I think what you say is different from what they say. I never judge things based on the implementation process. Just look at the results. As my fiancé. Can you tell me, did I misjudge him? You didn't expect the other part to appreciate you so much, so you nod calmly. Congratulations. You didn't misjudge him at all. I just bought Sterling's Thunder Entertainment yesterday. Today I will take over this entertainment company. Aren't you also the owner of an entertainment company? Follow me to see. I will show you what I bought. How much money can Thunder Entertainment actually make? Originally, Serena Croft gained her reputation thanks to her grandfather. I had no choice but to agree to become his fiancé. It was also for this reason. Then she finds an excuse for herself, without considering the process. Comfort yourself by just looking at the results. But now I hear you are about to take over Thunder Group. She almost couldn't hold it back anymore. Thunder Entertainment, I know. In recent years, moreover, is allocated most of the company's resources to. The capital is poured into Felix's entertainment. Please support another prince of your Sterling family. This entertainment company has absolutely no chance of development. You bought this company. I really don't see any possibility of developing the company. You don't care about this. Instead, he stands up with a smile. In your opinion, Thunder Entertainment may have no value. But I believe that once this entertainment company is in my hands, the time value will exceed 2 billion. In less than half a year, this is completely impossible. Even if you are given 3 or 5 years, you still can't do it. You figure it out. Your fiancé doesn't accept you, but maybe for some reason, they didn't directly cancel the marriage contract. How about we make a bet? I will make the most of Thunder Entertainment's human and other resources within 6 months, turn it into a $2 billion company. Group companies with revenue over $100 million. I know you still haven't fully accepted me, but if it succeeds, then we are not just an engaged couple. This also means you have officially accepted me as your boyfriend. Girlfriend, what do you think? Sure, I really want to see how you turn a ruined place. This entertainment company has become a $2 billion corporation. As he speaks, Serena Croft also stands up. Aren't you going to take over the company? I have free time all day today. I will go with you to see. Let's see how you handle this mess you just took over. You don't waste words. They simply lead the other person outside. At this time, Felix is outside watching you leave. He quickly says loudly, let's quickly follow them. I really want to see where he and Serena Croft are going. Just finished speaking, Manny realizes, I think I'm gradually losing my self-image. He quickly whispers again, I'm just a little overly worried. I am worried my brother will lead people to places they shouldn't go, or do things they shouldn't do. If the Croft family really investigates, our family can't afford to pay. The father, who is driving, quickly turns the car around. Felix is right. Let's quickly track them to see what they are doing. What if you accidentally offend someone? We can also apologize immediately. Soon they followed you to the building where Thunder Entertainment's headquarters is located. Welcome to Thunder Entertainment. Finally, Richard also breathes a sigh of relief. I thought he would do something else. So he's just bragging. I thought I spent 200 million to buy an entertainment company, so the company can brag, right? What a loser. Felix speaks up. Dad, you can't blame the older brother. Finally, becoming the president of an entertainment company. Naturally, I want to show myself. Why didn't my brother think this through? Serena Croft comes from a $5 billion entertainment corporation. Behind the president is a family owning a fortune worth hundreds of billions of dollars. He didn't brag at all. I fear I will lose face. But no matter how embarrassed he is, that's still better than offending the other person. Dad, hurry up and catch up. Don't wait until your brother is too embarrassed. Can't resolve the situation. Even if they get lost, they are still members of the Sterling family. Hearing Felix's words, Victoria simply says, Felix is right. We absolutely cannot let him embarrass our Sterling family. Let's go see. He doesn't know what he's thinking. What makes Thunder Entertainment special? He wants to brag that his entertainment company is about to dissolve. Were they just bragging? that most of the company's artists have left, or maybe the company doesn't even have a basic framework. When a family of 5 steps into the lobby of the entertainment company, they see another family. The receptionist have already seen them. He quickly approaches to greet her. At this time Felix slaps his forehead and says, "Mom and Dad, yesterday I arranged for those people in the company to resign. However, due to time constraints, so they couldn't leave yesterday. I have to leave today. This should be done right before he leaves the company. Since they have decided to join my company, welcome them, but this way. Is it a bit bad? After all, this is Thunder Entertainment. Now it belongs to the older brother. Well, doing so make my brother lose face." As soon as Felix finishes speaking, then the eldest sister Elena speaks up immediately. "Why should we care about his reputation? Since those people decided to participate in your friend's entertainment activities, treat them well. Let them know that participating in entertainment activities with your friends will only make things better. The situation will get worse. Things will get better and better." With the support of the whole family, Felix also stops instead. He walks towards the office. At this time most of the company's employees are gathered in the office. Moreover, they send a representative to confront you. "Young Master Sterling, previously this group," said the eldest son, "you took over the entertainment company. We are here to enjoy life, live a good life while still receiving state subsidies. But we just arrived at the company. More than half of the company's key personnel will leave. Moreover, this company has actually separated from the Sterling Group, transferred directly to your name. Young Master, please explain to us, at least tell us, if the company has problems, how to solve this problem, or how to solve the company's current problems. Just seeing a small ray of hope is helpful." When the Sterling family arrives, then I hear these words. Felix witnesses this scene. Smiley quickly regains his composure. "You will see how you solve this problem. This not only does not solve the company's bankruptcy problem, but we still have to face the anger of many people. At the same time at the Sterling house, you will also completely lose trust." Thinking of this, Felix then steps forward. "Everyone, because Thunder Entertainment has separated from the Sterling Group. It is a separate group company, although you are veterans of the Sterling Group. But what if Thunder Entertainment gets into trouble? You have no way to return to the Sterling family. However, the Sterling family is not heartless. When you actually lose your job, we will try to help you contact the other company. The only question is what kind of job I will find then. It all depends on your ability, what we can contribute. This is just an opportunity. As for whether I can find a good job, that's up to you." These words all employees present understand. You and Serena Croft next to you also understand clearly. This is an attempt to cut off their escape route. The same applies to cutting off your escape route. Serena Croft whispers in your ear, "Now you understand why I don't like Felix, right? I've met them a few times before. I always felt he was a self-respecting lotus flower among the crowd. Now it seems he is a deeply evil bastard. Obviously, he said those things to leave you with no escape. This company is clearly trying to scam you. Do you think you can turn things around now?" Hearing this, you smile. "Are you starting to worry about me? Completely unnecessary now. It's just a small matter. Just wait and see. The problem will be solved in a moment." However, you haven't even said anything. Felix's words. This triggers another system notification. System alert ding. Receive toxic advice. Let the employees panic and leave. Reverse buff. Double their salaries and offer profit sharing. Their loyalty and productivity will hit maximum capacity. The more you give, the more loyal they become. The stronger their money-making ability, the better. Hearing the system prompt you. Don't hesitate anymore, Felix. You are right. Based on all your current salaries, everyone's salary is double. Moreover, Thunder Entertainment is not limited to operating in the entertainment industry. In the future, it will become Thunder Group. Therefore, all employees of the company, regardless of what profession you do, as long as you can bring benefits to the company, I will set up a reward for each of you other positions. As long as you can contribute to the company and to expand the company's business, you can receive the corresponding reward. The maximum bonus can be from 10 to 30 of the corresponding industry's dividends. Working under my direction, even if Thunder Entertainment, I really can't take it anymore. One day the company goes completely bankrupt. I will make sure all of you make enough money before going bankrupt. Make enough money to cover living expenses for the next few years." The moment you say those words, everyone present is stunned. Some company executives are the first to sign the contract. Right after the contract is signed, payment will be made here. After seeing the money arrive, the whole group is extremely happy and continuously thanks you. President Sterling, we will try our best to maintain the company's operations. As long as we are together, we will definitely. I have dedicated myself wholeheartedly to my work. That's right, President Sterling. Putting other things aside, just this bonus in your future salary is enough. I also want to try my best to maintain the company's operation for as long as possible. The longer it lasts, the more money I make. The entire company seems to have been revived. This scene leaves the Sterling family members stunned. Some people cannot accept it. Richard is speechless. He really is an idiot. I don't understand anything. You only know how to make a fool of yourself. How could I have a son like that? Meanwhile, Felix watches. Everyone in the company is extremely excited, very motivated. They fear these people will actually revive the company, so he can't help but say, brother, although you are rich, but only the company is doing well, only then do they make money. Only then can people have a long-term, stable job, not to face the risk of unemployment at any time. I think you should keep that money. What if Thunder Entertainment can't hold on? Withdraw the money you have saved, buy another company and create jobs for them. Wouldn't that be better? You know this is bad advice. However, the system hasn't recognized this yet. You no longer think about this suggestion. Felix, even if I keep this money, the day the company goes bankrupt, I don't have much money to start a business. After all, a large company with so many employees is not always very easy to set up anyway. For me, hundreds of millions of dollars each year are paid by themselves. Besides, I just need to be a little more patient. Maybe the company will soon have a positive turning point, possibility to turn losses into profits, they even make money. Everything is uncertain. Hearing you refute, Felix victorious sneers. Your company wants to revive. Absolutely impossible. Okay, unless it is one of your company's current minor stars, suddenly becomes famous and rises to the top or second tier. Or maybe it's a company investment. Many TV series and movies can become hit movies. If I remember correctly, currently, the company only has 5 or 6 18-tier production lines left. Maybe there are a few mediocre celebrities and over 10 trainees. Besides, there's an online series about to be released, and a TV series is currently filming. Eldest sister Elena also says, currently, the company doesn't even have enough basic staff. You want to develop your company, it's really too difficult. Unless you hire new employees, retrain new employees this way. In a short period of time, this company simply cannot make a profit. You will invest all the money you earn in the next few years. This is really harmful and is no benefit for you. Fifth sister Chloe sneers. This is his own choice. Why you care about him? If he has money, let him invest anyway. Isn't he very rich? Let him continue to do that with money. Let's see how long we can maintain the company's operations. Right after she finished speaking, an unexpected phone call comes. Vice President Joan hurriedly smiles awkwardly. I'm sorry, Mr. Sterling. I heard yesterday the company was sold. We simply released the entire online series. Also, let's see if changing the company's CEO can change the feng shui. You haven't said anything yet. Felix then speaks up. Is that the online series called Harem Promotion Diary? Right, this online series is produced so poorly and low quality that it cannot make money. You shouldn't do this kind of drama anymore, otherwise it will affect the company's development. Victoria also says, I have also heard of this script. Many companies have rejected it. I didn't expect Thunder Entertainment to actually film that scene. What is the point of making a web series like this? You can't make money that way. You completely ignore them instead. She looks at Vice President Liu and says, Sister Liu, you are the first to answer the phone. Turn on the speakerphone. Let everyone know what this program is about. Sister Liu obediently answers the phone, turns on the speakerphone. Then I hear excited voices echoing from the other side. Mr. Liu, congratulations, congratulations. The online series produced by your company has become very popular, exploded instantly. According to our prediction, this movie has become a phenomenon in the online movie world. It is spread virally online. Based on this TV series, that could increase your company's market value multiple times, right? Moreover, making hundreds of millions from a single TV series is a piece of cake. I don't know this harem promotion story. When will filming for the second season begin? If you choose a playback platform, you must choose our platform. Prices are negotiable. Hearing these words, everyone present is stunned. Felix's face is full of disbelief. Obviously, it is a company on the verge of bankruptcy. After it was sold to you, they make a profit immediately. Make money directly. Sister Liu also finds it hard to believe. General Manager Gao, are you sure you're telling the truth? If I remember correctly, many repetitive scenes, many uniquely designed clothes. It is built with curtains and frames. Are you sure this program is really popular? The other party heard what she said, laughs loudly. If you really had enough money to buy costumes and props, maybe your program wouldn't be successful. Because you don't have money to buy costumes, makeup, and props, that's why this program became popular. This movie has become popular and spread widely online. The reason why so many people watch exactly thanks to the exaggerated yet simple costumes and makeup. Netizens say they have never seen anything like it. Poor quality TV drama. Everyone wanted to watch out of curiosity, and the program became popular. This time everyone realizes. They quickly take out their phones and start searching. Felix is stunned when he sees the trending topic. Originally Thunder Entertainment, no matter who it is given to, they are all huge burdens, but now it becomes popular thanks to this movie. Thunder Entertainment will definitely make a fortune. At this time, the older people who initially complained, everyone is beaming. I knew that young Master Sterling taking over Thunder Entertainment was the right decision. Look at Thunder Entertainment right now. Does the phoenix get wet? I don't care if it's the young master's luck or not. In short, I only have one sentence. From now on I will definitely work for the young master. Develop the company well now. Felix can't stand it anymore. They worked very hard to find so many people. None of them worked conversely. The people who were looked down upon because this movie has become a hit phenomenon, and they all stayed at Thunder Entertainment. He really didn't want to stay any longer, but he turns to leave, but he stops. Brother Felix, why did you leave so early after arriving? But your leaving is understandable. In short, you have stolen a lot of people from my Thunder Entertainment company. I should review and reflect on this more carefully. We at Thunder Entertainment currently have a lot of work to do. I will not entertain you. You should return them quickly. After talking, you smile and say to the remaining people in the company, since the online series became popular, writing this way, let's connect our company with this movie. Kick everyone out. Let's try to help them attract more followers. Hearing this, Felix's initial intention to leave dissipates instantly. He looks at you with a slightly flattering smile. Brother, your company is very successful. If there is a chance in the future, please help me in this hobby and entertainment. But brother, after all, you have never been a boss before. If you thoughtlessly interfere in the company's work, this is very likely to cause the company to lose this opportunity. In my opinion, you'd rather leave the company to someone else to manage. Leave the professional work to the experts. Only then can the company develop better. Do you agree, Felix? You're right. Why don't you introduce me as someone if you can? I asked the other party to help me manage this company. Felix just casually mentioned it. He didn't expect you to be so obedient. He says with a smile, since you asked, brother, I have someone I want to introduce. He is Lanky Lily, the art director of Thunder Entertainment. If you let him become the general manager of Thunder Entertainment, it is estimated that he can help Thunder Entertainment become even better. System alert, ding, received advice. Fake young master Felix suggests you use the company's artist director. Lily Lankai has just been appointed as the general manager of the company. This person will be very strict in managing the company. People-oriented, making money is only secondary. As general manager, this will significantly slow down the company's development. Reversed buff, Lily will consider you a confidant. We will wholeheartedly help you develop the company. I will not betray you. At the same time, the company will not participate in any illegal or unethical activities. Moreover, her personality will bring certain benefits to the company to help the company develop better. Hearing this prompt, you don't hesitate anymore. Felix, you introduced the right person to me. My company aims to absolutely not have any illegal or disruptive behavior, no violation. Lily completely meets my standards. Felix, if it wasn't for your reminder, I almost forgot this person. After talking, you look at the crowd and say, I don't know who Lily is. If you are willing, from today onwards you are officially the general manager of Thunder Entertainment. When your words drop, everyone present looks towards the young girl. In the corner, you step forward and walk towards the other person. From today onwards you are officially the general manager of Thunder Entertainment. Starting today, I have full control over everything in the company. I will entrust everything to you. You can make your own decisions as long as you can stick to your previous principles. Even if the company makes little money, you are still the general manager of the company. Of course, if you do anything to harm me, I will also pursue this matter. Lily has always known that. What is Felix? This is why Felix has repeatedly tried to curry favor with her. The reason she disagreed, she originally thought that after he acquired the company, maybe she will have difficulty staying at the company. I didn't expect you to promote her directly to the position of general manager. Moreover, all power is given to her. At this moment, she feels extremely grateful for the departure of a close friend. Mr. Sterling, please rest assured, I will definitely stick to my principles. At the same time, I will strive to help the company develop better. Then I will leave the company to you. Just do whatever you want. Next, I need to spend time with my fiancé. You guys need to try your best. After speaking, you tell Serena Croft to leave. However, when you reach the door, Felix stops you. Serena Croft, I never thought I had pursued you for so many years, but then you became my brother's fiancé. Although destiny has arranged for us to meet but cannot be together, but I also want to tell you a few more things. Although he grew up in an orphanage, moreover, all those years he lived at the bottom of society, but my brother also has his own strengths. He is very lucky today. You have also witnessed it with your own eyes. Thunder Entertainment Company, after my brother bought it, it not only brings profit and they want to get rich. I believe in my brother's luck. It will definitely bring you luck. Victoria also steps forward and says, my house, Serena. I know my biological son best. If you think he is not suitable, just tell me. I will go talk to the old man myself. Let's cancel a marriage contract. Richard also says, Miss Croft, our Sterling family is very self-aware. Arthur is really not good enough for you. Don't worry, just a word from you. I took my family with me to cancel the marriage contract. I certainly won't make things difficult for you. Eldest sister Elena also says, don't worry. Our family certainly won't cause you any difficulty. I just hope the Croft family will not target us. Your interaction with Arthur, our family will help you solve this problem. Their words, but it was said in front of everyone. All employees of Thunder Entertainment show complex emotions in their eyes, especially those from other departments of the group. Old employees transferred from the company. Everyone reacted at that moment. It turns out they were abandoned by the Sterling family. From the very beginning at this time, Serena Croft's expression becomes gloomy. Her voice is very soft, but it is very powerful. Are you done? And after you finish speaking, please step aside. I'm starting to doubt if you are really my relatives. Are they the biological parents or sisters of my fiancé? No matter what, Arthur is still my fiancé. Before we cancel the marriage contract, I hope you show respect to my fiancé. Oh right, since you all think Arthur is not good enough for me, I being with me will cause you trouble. And you will remember that. Don't do anything in my name. Otherwise, if I find out, you will regret it. After saying that, she pulls you outside until you get in the car. She takes a deep breath. While I was still in school, Felix, I just felt he wasn't a good person. I never expected you to be bullied like this at home. How could you endure this? Hearing this, you smile. First of all, thank you for your concern, but you don't need to worry about me. After all, you can realize that, so can I. You forgot what I told you before. Today I bring you to the company. The purpose is to let you witness with your own eyes how the company makes money. I am willing to listen to them, simply because I know I will benefit from listening to them. At the same time, they also see that I am benefiting. That sad and depressed expression. I am very happy to see that. As for Felix's opinion on matching social status, I think that makes a lot of sense. Don't worry, give me some time. I am ready to be equal to you in social status at any time. You remember, it's not the Sterling family and your family matching. Rather, it is my family, Arthur Sterling, who matches your family. Serena Croft smiles when she sees your confidence. Since you are so confident, then let's reach an agreement. If your assets exceed 100 billion, let's get married that day. You naturally understand the meaning behind it. No problem, let's do as you say. I believe our wedding is not far away. However, if you want to truly develop and mature, the best way is still to find the Sterling family. Let them give you advice. So you didn't stay outdoors long. Back after dinner, I thought this family could give you some more helpful advice. I never expected to return. They are all ignoring you. You wonder how many days this family can wait. But I didn't expect that the next morning when I woke up to go to Thunder Entertainment, they discover there was an extra person in the Sterling family. Seeing you step out, Penelope says arrogantly, I found that out after asking others. So your meeting with Serena Croft was... The old man of the Croft family forced him to accept this agreement. The old man of the Croft family won't live much longer. When the old man passes away, your engagement is over, unless a miraculous doctor appears and prolongs the old man's life. Let the old man live a few more years. Maybe the two of you can still get married. After Penelope finishes speaking, Felix, standing next to him, continues to speak with a worried face. Brother, don't blame Penelope for speaking harshly. I asked him to investigate. After the investigation yielded this result, I also thought about whether I should temporarily stop talking to you. I'm afraid you'll be sad. But what can I do? You are my brother. I have to tell you this truth. I hope you won't blame me for taking this upon myself. You are speechless when hearing this. Since the investigation has been conducted, can you give me a hint? I need advice instead of survey result. Thinking of this, you said, since you came to tell me about this, is there no solution no matter what method? As long as it can be solved, I am willing to try. The two look at each other. Both saw the smile in each other's eyes. The best way to solve your problem. That means you will offend the old man. Well, that is the reason why the old man died early. This way your fiancé will no longer be your fiancé. At the same time, it also offends the Croft family. Your business will also be lost. Felix hesitates for a moment before speaking. Brother, since we have already informed you about this, of course I will provide you with a solution. Otherwise, what is the point of telling you all this? Then he hands you a key, and you will be sent to learn the 13 Phantom Needles. 13 Kim Chum Moth What? Here Grandpa Croft System Alert. Ding, receive toxic advice. The fake young master Felix forces you to study medicine and learn about the 13 Phantom Needles. You have absolutely no talent in this field. Don't mention 3 months. It feels like a previous life. You cannot possibly learn it. Reverse buff. Your medical talent will be transformed into extraordinary. Ensure you spend 3 hours studying every day. 1 month later, you will be able to pass the 13 Phantom Needles gate. Ensure you spend 8 hours studying every day. You will completely master the legendary 13 Phantom Needles technique. Within a month, the system's voice just dropped. Then you step forward and take the key. After expressing gratitude, they return to the room on the ground floor. After a while, finally Felix and Penelope woke up. Penelope laughs loudly. Luckily, he is not my fiancé. Otherwise, he would only be this stupid. I really can't stand it anymore. Why are the 13 needles of the ghost gate so easily broken? It's already cracked. Okay, Felix was when he hears this. Great. Isn't it? I will take this opportunity to bribe them. His Thunder Entertainment Company and the building management when he's in trouble. That way I can get it more easily. Thunder Entertainment Company, in that building, he says while holding Penelope. Heading towards Thunder Entertainment, Penelope asks in confusion, "Brother Felix, why are we going to Thunder Entertainment? All you need to do is have someone bribe the people at Thunder Entertainment, and all we need to do is put some people inside. Where are we going to Thunder Entertainment for?" Felix smiles and says, "How could it be meaningless? If we take advantage of the fact that the TV series' appeal has not diminished by the copyright of the second part directly, and let's make a second part, we will take advantage of this momentum. It can also directly increase the value of good and entertaining products. At the same time, if we can train a few more new employees for the company, that would be great. That will be an even bigger surprise for a good entertainment program. This could even push the market value of OU Entertainment to over $1 billion." Penelope hears Felix's words. He says in a rather heavy voice, "I know this is an opportunity, but currently, the person who really has the final say is Lily. If she is not an idiot, they absolutely cannot sell you the copyright of this program." Therefore, upon hearing Penelope's words, Felix says confidently, "I firmly believe you will sell the copyright of this movie to me to help Thunder Entertainment develop quickly. They can't do anything for me anyway. Thunder Entertainment will eventually fall into my hands. I will give her more money. Let him develop Thunder Entertainment further, and I got the copyright. Let the good things in entertainment develop further. This is another excellent strategy, killing two birds with one stone." The two are talking. We have arrived at Thunder Entertainment. Currently, Thunder Entertainment, many people from other major entertainment companies also came. All of them only have one goal. They just want to buy the copyright of Heir promotion diary. It is not just about winning the subsequent filming rights. They also want to have exclusive filming rights. Some people even want to buy the entire copyright. While everyone is talking about it, Felix leads Penelope to push open the meeting room door. He says loudly, "Don't expect to find a bargain. I like entertainment, willing to spend $50 million to buy the Heir all subsequent copyrights of Promotion Diary Basketball Association. I don't know if you are satisfied with this price." Since no one bids, Lily directly hands the contract to Felix. "Second young Master Sterling, the contract is ready. As long as you sign the contract, transfer money, then all subsequent copyrights will belong to you." Felix chuckles and takes the contract. Glancing over it after confirming there are no problems, he quickly writes his name. People from other companies consider this a done deal. They all leave finally. Only Felix is left. Lily doesn't understand what is Felix trying to do, but anyway, he is the CEO's brother. He can't just leave like that. "I accompanied Felix on a tour of the company. I already took $50 million from you in one go. We must develop the company well. The various departments of the company. These celebrities need to improve themselves. Let them make money while they still can." Felix gives suggestions as he walks while beeping, as if the company belonged to him. Lily feels confused, however. These suggestions are quite useful. She just let things take their natural course. "I originally thought this would only last a day, but she never expected it. Next month, the second young master of the Sterling family seems to be suffering from a serious illness. I come here every day to check what's going on. We need to point this out so Lily can make changes with Felix's help this month." On the contrary, Thunder Entertainment is doing even better, and in this month he also arranged personnel to the maximum extent possible. Enter your company's information. So these two, the industry is developing better. After solving your problem, he will take over. Industries can also develop faster. Until today you finally stepped out of the basement. Felix's face immediately turns into a look of surprise. "Brother, you're finally out. Have you figured out the secret of the 13 phantom needles?" "Brother, or maybe the secret has been exposed." You nodded decisively. "After this month of isolation, I successfully decoded the true meaning of the 13 phantom needles. And they even taught me the 13 phantom needles technique." As you speak, you pat Felix's shoulder lightly. He says with deep gratitude, "Felix, my brother, thank you so much. I have now mastered the 13 phantom needles technique. As long as I use the 13 ghost gate needles, cured the illness for the old man of the Croft family. So the relationship between Serena Croft and me, the engagement is officially finalized. Don't worry, I'm still fine. I will never forget your help. If you need my help in the future, don't be polite to me. I will help if I can." Hearing this, Felix couldn't help but laugh. "I originally planned to take over your business in 3 months. You were so eager to bring it to me," he says in a slightly excited voice. "Great. With these 13 phantom needles, as long as you cure the old man, from now on our alliance will be unbreakable. As they say, there is no time to waste. Since you have learned it already, then we should contact Serena Croft as soon as possible. See if we can go to the landlord's house and cure the old man. This way the two of you can meet sooner." "You are right, this should be done as soon as possible. If you go late, more serious. My methods are also ineffective. Wouldn't all that practice effort be in vain?" You say, pretending you are about to leave, but Felix takes out his phone and says with a smile, "No need to rush, although you have learned it. However, your exact skill level is still unclear. Okay, we will invite another senior colleague to come later in case of any unexpected situations." The previous generation also promptly corrected the situation. If nothing unexpected happens, that is the best. At the Croft family mansion, Serena Croft pulls you into a hidden corner. She says anxiously, "Why did you suddenly come here?" And I heard Felix say that. "I also want to bring my grandfather in for treatment. Can it be cured? Do you know the consequences of what you are doing? I know you are not someone who is easily fooled. Tell me exactly what happened. Whatever your plan is, tell me all about them. Let's find a solution together. The reason I am here today, it's because of my brother. Felix wants me to embarrass myself, or maybe he just thought I cured the old man to death, then become enemies with each other. In the end, I became the target of your family. This way he can take over all my businesses. To trick me, he even specifically sought out a person known as a miracle doctor. In the end, both of us were tricked by him. He himself may not need to intervene. You can even take this opportunity to gain many benefits. He will never think of me. I actually learned the 13 phantom needles. I'm just afraid he doesn't have that ability. It might not give me a chance to treat the old man. I hope you can help me at this moment." Serena Croft's expression suddenly becomes very serious. "I think someone will help you without my intervention. So your family does have quite a few people. Everyone hopes something happens to the old man. Some people act without waiting." She even interacted with Felix. That's it, if not just with Felix alone. "How can I ask you to treat my grandfather's illness? Even if you invite a miracle doctor over, it won't help since someone helped me this way. Things will be even easier. As long as they can create an opportunity for me, I can cure the old man. After the old man comes back to life, your position in the Croft family is now secure. When I return to the hall, now it's not just Felix and that miracle doctor anymore. In the company, there is also a middle-aged man and a young man. He is standing next to Felix. Seeing the two approach, the middle-aged man smiles and says, "Maya, this must be your fiancé. I heard Felix say your future husband is amazing. He solved the problem through self-study. The true secrets of the 13 phantom needles, and he learned the 13 phantom needles. Therefore then I will not stop you. Come back in a moment and check on the old man carefully. Let's try using the Ghost Gate 13 needles to see if it works. Save the old man. Don't worry, as long as you can save my dad. Let's put aside your other identities. As a son, I will definitely be very grateful to you." You and Serena Croft look at each other. Both understand each other's meaning. You don't know who the other person is, but Serena Croft knows. At this time her expression is very calm, but inside he is seething with hatred. Third uncle is right. As long as we can save Grandpa, every effort is worth it, no matter how much you have to sacrifice. I just wonder how third uncle intends to express his gratitude. We cannot just say thank you with empty words. If it is my fiancé, they actually saved Grandpa's life. You don't have to say any thanks. You don't need to bring anything. Money can solve all problems. So third uncle can easily pull out 200 million. Hearing this, Uncle Croft's expression suddenly stiffens. Unconsciously, my niece is right. As long as we can save the old man, let alone 200 million. If I had a few hundred million more, I will take 4 or 500 million from him. Even 1 billion or 800 million is fine." And the young man next to him, at this time he also stands up and says with a smile, "Eldest sister, to treat Grandpa's illness, I am willing to give my all. If Grandpa recovers, I gave him my entire savings of 20 million RMB. You also didn't expect this. He came to save everyone himself. There is even this unexpected profit." So you wave the phone in your hand. "Then thank you very much, Third Master Croft and young Master Croft. I recorded everything you just said. Don't wait until I cure that person. If you constantly default on your debt, no money then. I have to ask the old man to judge this for me himself." Uncle Croft pauses for a moment. Then he firmly asserts, "Don't worry, we absolutely keep our promise. You really saved the old man's life, let alone my 200 million. Even if you were given another 100 million, it wouldn't be a problem since then." The group goes outside a room in the garden. When they arrive, they find that the Croft family is still more than 10 people in the clan also arrived. Whether they believe it or not, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not anyway. I believed it, afraid of being cured. Disbelief. I am also afraid that treatment will make the condition worse. Therefore both sides are at a stalemate. At this time, the miracle doctor appears right in front of everyone. He says with righteous indignation, "Using these 13 Ghost Gate needles is inherently beneficial and harmless as long as you don't make mistakes. This way the old man will not be injured. Don't tell me you all don't want the old man to wake up. I know you are all afraid of taking responsibility. So if you trust me now, let the young man Arthur treat this illness. I don't want to take credit for curing you. However, problems arose during the treatment process. I take full responsibility. Is that okay with this promise?" The others breathe a sigh of relief because a talented doctor has taken the blame for someone else. They can accept any outcome. Seeing this, you nod to Serena Croft. Then he leads her and the others into the room. After watching the group enter the room, the third young master of the Croft family found Felix. "Felix, are you sure? That kid didn't learn the 13 phantom needles. I can tell you if he actually learned it. They even saved the old man's life. Then don't blame me for being impolite." "Third master, don't worry. That kid has absolutely no foundational knowledge. I studied it for a month. He claims to have mastered the 13 needle technique. Isn't this completely absurd? Let's wait and see. I already talked to the miracle doctor. Let the miracle doctor deceive. The successor of the ghost gate. When this kid acts, he has taken the old man's life. Our cooperation is now complete. Seeing Felix so confident, finally, the third young master of the Croft family smiles. No problem, no problem. The plan was successful from now on. You can come to me whenever you need anything, kid. I will definitely help you if I can. Felix is extremely happy when he hears this. He seems to see an infinitely bright future for himself. Just then the door opens again. You are the first to step out. Felix is overjoyed. He quickly steps forward and says, brother, why did you come out so quickly? Maybe your ghost gate 13 acupuncture needles don't work. Speaking of which, he can't help but open his eyes wide and exclaim, such a short time. Did you leave without treating the old man? That won't do. You finally learn the 13 magic needles. How do you know what magic techniques you've learned without using them? Was the 13 needle trick successful? Right at this time, the miracle doctor and the others step out. The doctor's expression is somewhat unnatural. Obviously, everything took him by surprise. Felix suppresses the excitement in his eyes and says, miracle doctor, I am very sorry. I wasted your time. I didn't expect. My brother hasn't learned the 13 magic needles yet. They just want to come and cure the old man. Isn't this wasting everyone's time? Although what he did was indeed wrong. But isn't just having a good starting point enough? At least the old man wasn't seriously injured. I also want to thank both of you for promptly correcting my brother's mistake. Then Uncle Croft steps out. Seeing Uncle Croft, Felix hurriedly speaks to the third uncle of the Croft family. He bows respectfully. Mr. Croft, sorry. My brother overestimated himself. I apologize for his arrogance. My brother's actions gave you hope. In the end you were disappointed. Moreover, the old man was almost affected by this. That is indeed his fault. I will tell my parents when I get home about my brother's issue. My brother will definitely be punished. Right after he finished speaking, your parents and two sisters just came in from outside. First, Richard bows respectfully to the Croft family. He says with regret, Third Master Croft, I am very sorry. I never thought my son would be so overconfident, so arrogant. He is just a useless person who has never studied medicine. He even dared to claim he has mastered the 13 magic needles. I used to think he didn't look good, but I didn't expect them to be so bold. They deceived Grandpa Croft. Did you expose him in time? He is not allowed to act otherwise. The old man's condition will get worse and worse. That is the fault of my sterling family. Since he made a mistake, then punish them appropriately. Please rest assured, after you finish punishing me, I will wait until I get home. This time he will learn a lesson. Seeing the reaction of the sterling family, Patriarch Master Croft acts, and Felix's reaction looks like I figured something out. He says with a half smile, so what Patriarch Sterling means is the mistake your son made, he will have to take responsibility himself, and you will also take this opportunity. He made a mistake, so I will teach him a lesson. Is that what you mean? That's right. Richard nods. Although he is my biological son, but they absolutely do not listen to me. He has made many decisions on his own. I am nothing, but he still resolutely pursues ambitions higher than the sky. Therefore, no matter how you punish them after we return, I will also make him understand the consequences of this mistake. He will never dare do that again. Hearing Richard say this, Felix also quickly steps forward. Third Master Croft, my dad is right. My brother is my brother. This time everything is decided by him. You must punish my brother. That's all he should do, but this really has nothing to do with my sterling family at all. If you feel dissatisfied no matter how you punish, after releasing that person, return to the sterling family. We will force him to hand over all his assets. Let him continue living his original life. As a punishment, do you think this is acceptable? Right after he finished speaking, Serena Croft says coldly, what a cold family. Since you said so, he is responsible for his actions. I feel guilty, and they will continue to be punished. Is that beneficial? He can also enjoy it all alone. Then you should reward him one more time. Richard doesn't notice the closeness between Serena Croft and you. Instead, because of this statement, he quickly says, everyone should be punished for doing something wrong. It is completely normal for a person to take responsibility for their actions. Of course, if he really did a good deed, they received allowances. Keep it to yourself. Our family doesn't even care about such a small benefit, and because it's a good deed, that will also enhance the reputation of my sterling family. The reward that should have been given is also there will be less. Serena Croft nods thoughtfully. Therefore, that is absolutely right. Everyone should take responsibility for their actions. If your son makes a mistake when you get home, how will you punish him? Richard immediately recalls the words of his second son. Felix is right. Since he made a mistake, we need to learn from that. After you complete the punishment and return, I forced him to hand over all the tea leaves he was holding. Continue living your original life. If I remember correctly, Arthur's assets are worth at least 12 billion RMB. He did something wrong. You directly confiscated his 12 billion in assets. If he did the right thing, as soon as Serena Croft says this, all eyes fall on Richard. Everyone wants to hear Richard's answer. My sterling family doing wrong will be punished. Doing the right thing will naturally be rewarded. However, the reward is up to 12 billion. That is a bit of an exaggeration, but if he really can do it, something useful for the Sterling family, do a good deed. Rewarding him with $1 or $200 million will not be a problem. It's a pity he hasn't returned since then, something that makes me happy. Richard looks disappointed. I want to wait for him to do something good. Given this reward, I'm afraid I'll never have the chance to see it in my life. Felix is overjoyed. He seems to have realized the value of the now 100. The scene where he takes over an industry worth billions of dollars, and then another figure steps out of the room. The second heir of the Croft family pushes an old man out after Felix sees the old man. Immediately that person is recognized as who? It is old Master Croft. Although the old man is sitting in a wheelchair, but his eyes are bright and sharp, a slight smile flashes across his lips. It's obvious he has recovered. He is stunned for a moment. I immediately turn my head to look at you. His eyes are full of disbelief and astonishment. Same everyone present turns away from the old man. I looked at you actually only took a month. Once you understand the 13 phantom needles and learn, and the old man is still alive, your cooperation with Serena Croft will continue. At this point Felix finds it even more unacceptable. The saying what he finds even more unacceptable is trash. You actually know about the 13 magic needles. Based on this ability in the future, how many upper class people will come to you? Felix feels everything is gradually slipping out of control. Everything is going according to plan. But why are the results different? Although the truth is right in front of us, he still can't believe it. He simply can't understand. How did you learn the 13 phantom needles technique? Even if you know the occasion is inappropriate, even if you know there are some things you shouldn't say, he can't help but speak up. They cured Mr. Croft, brother. You are amazing, but there are some things I really don't understand. Many people have studied it for a long time, and still haven't found a solution. How did you learn so easily? Brother, can you tell us for what reason? Felix spoke very clearly. The root cause of all this is you. Learn the 13 phantom needles. He really wants to know where he went wrong in his question. Others also want to ask. They are too shy to ask now that Felix has spoken. They will naturally look at you first. I hope to get an answer. They all think you probably won't say it. After all, this is a legendary acupuncture technique. If they can also learn that, that would be the best. But unexpectedly, just as they were thinking this, you spoke up. What's wrong with saying that? I guess many people are curious to know who I am. How to learn the 13 magic needles technique. Actually, learning this acupuncture technique is not too difficult. First, you need to have a strong physique. Then all you need to do is use the right method. Hearing this, Felix secretly sneers. However, outwardly, he speaks cautiously. Brother, you better stop joking with everyone. All these years you have always lived in the basement. His health condition has not improved much, so this is already a joke in itself. Some people use the right method. Why don't you show me your method? Let everyone know exactly how you learned it. That in short. They bring up your bad past again. They are forcing you to find a solution. It can be said that he has mastered the art of brewing green tea, and you smile as he wishes. Let's put aside the question of whether my physique is strong or not. It's not that I don't want to share this method, because my opinion has no value. Brother, you are playing with everyone again. Your opinion has no value. Do you think I have a final say? You even use the 13 magic needles. You still haven't figured out a solution. Felix says this jokingly. It means forcing you, but you nodded. You are the one making the decision. Okay, if you agree, then I will explain the method. Of course, to avoid this becoming a secret manual belonging to someone else's Ghost Gate. It's spreading everywhere. Therefore, I only tell the successor of the Ghost Gate, then verify whether this method is correct or not. Do you think this is okay? Felix thinks you are deliberately saying that. Let him decide this matter himself. If he doesn't agree, everyone will call him stingy. Although I don't understand why you keep insisting. I agree, but I need to clarify this. If I know the method, then I will definitely bring this method back to the Ghost Gate. Then myself will not learn this method. Felix just finished speaking. You are the one in his confused eyes. He takes a book out of his pocket. Then it is solemnly handed to the young master of the ghost sect. Maybe you don't know the reason. I can understand the 13 phantom needles. That's because he prepared a bunch of books for me. And one of those books is coincidentally, it was passed down from the Ghost Gate. This book records how the methods to break the 13 needles of the Ghost Gate. This is how I passed the 30 needle Ghost Gate. Then because my physique happens to fit that physique, that's how you can learn in a short time. The items have now been returned to their rightful owner, young master of the ghost sect. Please take a good look at this book. The content of the last 2 pages. The last 2 pages clearly explain the decoding method. Although not clear, but with a little association, you can find the answer. The young master of the Ghost Gate feels that seems hard to believe. I can't wait to turn to the last 2 pages of the book. Upon closer inspection, this content is indeed related to the methods to break the 13 needles of the Ghost Gate. However, this is not about breaking the 13 needles of the Ghost Gate. It mentions decoding the secret of drug addicts. These methods seem to be used to treat diseases. In reality, connecting the results of all secret formulas However, this is the method to break the 13 needles of the ghost gate. After he solved all the puzzles, finally I understand the training method of the 13 magic needles. He slams the book shut, then I excitedly grab your hand. Young Master Sterling, thank you. Thanks to you we can restore the tradition of the 13 magic stone mountains. From now on, you will be the honorary leader of our ghost gate. Whatever you have to do to find the ghost gate, it doesn't matter, ghost gate will go all out. You smile and point at Felix. You don't need to thank me personally. Although I found this method, but the reason I could get this book is because of Felix. If he didn't find that book, he doesn't allow me to learn art. Without him I wouldn't have been able to pass the 13 needles of the ghost gate. I will not find the secret behind this, and even if I found it and it was cracked, they even use it, but without his permission, I will not return that method to you. The first person you should thank is his selfless dedication. The young master of the ghost sect is not stupid at this time. If he still doesn't understand Felix's evil intentions, then he lived all those years in vain. Ghost Gate wants to develop well. It must be tied to you today, since Felix is targeting you. That is targeting their Ghost Gate. Therefore he definitely has to help. Therefore he lets go of your hand. Walk a few steps, hold Felix's hand. Sincerely thank young Master Sterling. If you hadn't sent the eldest son of the Sterling family to study medicine, our Ghost Gate heritage, perhaps it is unclear how long it will take to circulate again. Felix is extremely grateful for this. His face shows no emotion, not because he isn't excited, that's because he is completely stunned. Feeling the unfriendly gaze of the third young Master Croft, he feels a chill run down his spine. What I spent so much effort to do has finally happened. These changes affect more people than just the person themselves, and is the third son of the Croft family. Joan Layason has been planning this for a long time, all just to seize the assets of the Croft family. As a result, the old man recovered immediately. All plans fell through. All this was caused by himself. Maybe they all wish they could kill themselves. Thinking about this, he feels a chill run down his spine. But I didn't expect you to continue speaking like that. It makes his scalp tingle. Speaking of which, it's not just your Ghost Gate. Thank the wrong person, even your Croft family. Thank the wrong person. I can learn this within a month. All because my brother wants me to focus on studying. I don't want anyone to bother me. He was there right when I left the quarantine area. Believe me, I have memorized the 13 magic needle techniques, and they took me to see the Croft family. So you should thank me, not just me alone. I also need to thank my brother Felix. Doc, hearing this, Uncle Croft and his third son, his eyes looking at Felix are like looking at a dead person. They suspect all this, it's all because of you. When seeing this, Felix hurriedly says, brother, why you always like to joke? Can you pass these 13 magic needles? That completely depends on your own ability and talent. Besides, I just left those books there after buying them. I have absolutely no intention of watching. If it wasn't because my brother wanted to see it, I forgot all about these books. So all the credit belongs to my brother. That has nothing to do with me. Although he also wants to be credited. But he wants to be credited for this. Uncle Croft is offended. Maybe he will cause trouble for himself. And seeing his blatant refusal, you are also somewhat disappointed. Originally you wanted to see him and the third son of the Croft family fight each other like dogs, right? Since he didn't fall into the trap, let's go back to the previous topic. Since my brother doesn't want to take this credit, then forget it anyway. Everyone remembers he helped me find the secret manual. He is the one who found the solution for me. After saying that, you look at Richard again. Dad, Felix already said it. I can save the old man, can learn the 13 phantom needles. All thanks to me. This has nothing to do with other people. You said it before, the meetings of our Sterling family are aimed at rewarding those who have contributed. Offenders will be punished. And you also said it before, as long as I can succeed, I will be rewarded at least 1 or 200 million. I won't ask you for anything else. Give me 200 million. Is there a problem? Richard didn't expect you to be waiting for him here. Although 1 or 200 million is not a big number, but I will be honest with you, like this he doesn't want to. But if it is exposed like spilled water, and there are so many people watching, especially since there are so many people, he cannot offend. There is also an old man he just saved, so he simply takes out the check. Just write down 200 million. Since you did something useful for the Sterling family, reward is inevitable. You have received money many times before. As a result, the money was spent immediately after receiving it. This time don't spend all your money at once. Thank you very much, Dad. Please rest assured I definitely won't disappoint you. You turn to look at everyone and say, now the old man is awake. That shows there are still quite a few problems that need to be solved. We won't linger any longer. If you need anything from now on, just let Muyao know, except in cases of force majeure. I come back every 3 days to treat the old man. I estimate 3 to 5 times is enough. However, if the old man wants to maintain good health, in the long run needs at least 1 acupuncture treatment every 3 days. If the old man agrees, I can do that for you. Mr. Croft nods quickly. Thank you for your almost offer. From now on I will come for treatment every 3 days. But you don't need to come every 3 days anyway. You are Mu Yao's fiancé. You can come whenever you are free. You can come whenever you want. The old man's words say it all. Your engagement is officially confirmed, except in cases of force majeure. The two of you will get married. After the old man finishes speaking, then he looks at the others. My body is completely fine. I need to rest and recover my health. Well, we will not continue to entertain you. Mu Yao and Yinshin stay behind. The rest of you just do what you need to do. Don't disturb this old man's sleep. After saying that, he just waves his hand. Let Serena Croft and you follow him into the study. Although Felix runs very fast, he's still a young Master Croft, who has been waiting outside for a long time. They were intercepted. You think you can walk away after scanning us? There is no free lunch, Felix. Regardless of whether what happened today was intentional or not. But the truth is, you guys caused us a lot of damage. If you cannot provide a satisfactory explanation, then we can give you a satisfactory explanation. In an instant, Felix falls into a dilemma. What happened today is completely unexpected. I really didn't expect him to study medicine. He's so talented. I was also scammed by him. But Third Master, please rest assured, this time, he unexpectedly cured the old man of the Croft family, but he can't keep jumping around forever. Maybe you don't know my brother. Besides other aspects, listening to advice in this respect, it is absolutely number one. My original plan was to leave him empty-handed. In the end, they were not liked by relatives at home, ultimately abandoned by the family. But now it seems this method is a bit difficult. If we can solve his problem directly, then wouldn't all other problems no longer be problems? I can take over his business. There's no one there to take care of the old man's health. At the same time, Serena Croft also lost her fiancé. I remember that in the Croft family area, there are separate regulations. Only have management rights, no inheritance rights. Then you can find a boyfriend for her. Ultimately, everything the Croft family owns will still belong to you. Hearing Felix's idea, young Master Croft's eyes light up. What you said makes sense. Just deal with Arthur and it's done. Not to mention you can also benefit from this. We can solve most problems, but there's a very important point here. That how to solve his problem. Even if he listens to advice, can you even persuade him to die? Felix smiles and shakes his head. I certainly won't advise him to commit suicide, but I can advise him to commit suicide. Third Prince, you said. Which professions in Linhai City are the most inviolable? Isn't that too obvious? The most inviolable profession in Linhai City is naturally the deep-sea fishing industry. Young Master Croft just finished speaking, suddenly realized you don't intend to persuade him to join the deep-sea fishing industry. The deep-sea fishing industry has been completely controlled by fishing gangs. If only your brother was a little smarter. Absolutely cannot agree to this. And even if they agree, he just needs to avoid going there. There will be no danger. Felix laughs when hearing this. I don't know if my brother is still lucid, but there's one thing I am very sure of. He really listens to advice. I can persuade him to join the deep-sea fishing industry and personally lead the team out to sea. We just need to anger the fish. That means he completely confessed. If your brother really listens to advice, actually he has worked in the deep-sea fishing industry. That's a good idea. I will give you another month. If you can finish within a month, that kid established a fishing company, then I won't blame you for this. But if you don't do that, then you just wait to die. Felix hears this. I breathe a sigh of relief. Third Prince, rest assured, I will definitely complete it as soon as possible. It may not take up to a month, 10 days or half a month. That meets your requirements. On the other side in the study, after all three sit down, the old man smiles and says, Arthur, kid, today I really have to thank you. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have had the chance to wake up. But I called you and that's not what I'm talking about. At that time I had an agreement with old Sterling. After the engagement is confirmed, I need to transfer 10 of Sterling Group's assets. The percent shares have been transferred to my grandson. And while the old man says, then he takes out a document. Please sign here. 10 of the shares in Sterling Group will now completely belong to you. This time you didn't expect to listen to advice. Learning the 13 Phantom Needles technique unexpectedly led to another interesting thing. They acquired 10 of the Sterling family shares. At this point the old man continues, your Sterling family. Things were quite good when old Sterling was in charge. It started to decline after being cast down to your father. However, even so, your 10 shares are only worth 3 billion. If you want to participate in the work of the Sterling family, you should keep these shares. If you don't want to care, selling these shares when there is an opportunity is completely reasonable. The most important thing for the next two is set a wedding date as soon as possible. About to have a baby. I can also enjoy the joy of 4 generations living together under one roof. The old man's words make both of them blush. You turn back to glance at Serena Croft, then smile and say what the old man said is true. Our marriage still depends on your decision. When do you want us to solve this anyway? My household registration is not registered with them. Moreover, they have no right to interfere in my work. That would be best. Let me consider the appropriate time for you two to get married. I will take care of everything for your wedding, since your household registration is not even under the Sterling name. Best not to let yourself fall again. Registering your own household registration also has its own benefits. You nod and stand up, then you should rest, Sir Muyao, and I will leave first. I will come back to visit you in a few days. Serena Croft also says, Grandpa, your body is completely fine. Wish you a good rest, I'm going out. After going public, you throw the document in your hand down. He says with a smile, I remember when Felix came of age, I received one of the shares from my stingy father. If he knows I own 10 of the shares, they must be going crazy with jealousy. Serena Croft also smiles. If you want to avoid trouble, then don't tell him. You can also continue to let the investment company hold the shares on your behalf. This way they will never know. However, if you want to make Felix feel worse, you can totally take this document home. Surely by then he will be insanely jealous. You've thought about it. I need advice from my family. If they know you have acquired 10 of Sterling shares, who knows how much cruelty can arise. But even if we don't get rid of it now, they are also full of hatred for themselves, so better to keep it as a trump card. I have earned more than 10 billion during this time. He is insanely jealous. Let's not use that 10 of shares to continue provoking him. Wait until the appropriate time in the future. Better to let him know then. And Serena Crawford leads you to the most famous restaurant on the observatory, but unexpectedly you see Felix and Penelope in the elevator. Felix smiles and says, I didn't expect my brother to also come to the lighthouse building. They must have come to the Watchtower restaurant. It's wonderful that we can go together. I also have something to tell you, brother. It seems you are very eager to hear what Felix has to say. It is best to give myself some advice. However, you should also ask Serena Croft's opinion. Maya, what do you think? Serena Croft is equally curious. What does Felix want to say? So he nods. No problem. You nod, then let's eat together. I just happened to receive a 200 million reward. I will treat you to a meal. Let's share the joy on this momentous occasion. I also want to hear what you want to tell me on the way. You are looking around. I want to see where the story of bragging and getting slapped begins. It brings together the main characters, villains, and the female lead. If nothing unexpected happens in this situation, that is the real accident. Sure enough, as soon as you sit down, then a young man in a suit and tie steps forward. He says with a surprised face, Arthur, it really is you. You changed your mind and turned around. After seeing the other person's appearance, I immediately remembered who the other person was. Previously you helped boss who hand out flyers. Boss, what are you doing here? I remember you never started your own business. Not even a year has passed, right? You came here and spent money in such a short time. It seems you have made quite a bit of money. Mr. Howe gives a wry smile when hearing this. What are you going to make money from? The reason I came here to eat today is for that reason. I am also thinking of seeing if I can meet someone. Invest in my milk tea shop. I want to expand the milk tea shop a bit. Let's see if we can promote it throughout the province, even the whole country, you say with a smile. Tell me how much investment your bubble tea shop needs. I've already drunk your milk tea. It's delicious. Moreover, the price is low. Maybe the scale will be expanded. You can totally make money from this. Boss Ho didn't expect to encounter such an obstacle. Now everything has turned for the better. He says, as he has said countless times before, if the goal is simply to expand the milk tea chain throughout the province, I only need a 20 million investment. If we want to expand the milk tea chain nationwide, the minimum investment is over 100 million. Moreover, a 100 million investment is it to buy time. Therefore, the minimum investment should be 200 million. If we can invest 200 million, I firmly believe I can accomplish this in the shortest possible time. Gentlemen stores across the country, if there is a 200 million investment, I am willing to cede 90 of the store shares. If there is a 100 million investment, I can only cede 49 of the shares. Boss Ho just finished speaking. You haven't even said anything. Felix laughs and says, you know what? This milk tea shop is indeed very profitable. If 200 million people can own 90 of the shares, breaking even that year is incredibly easy. From now on, I can make money even while lying down to rest. Every year, brother. Didn't you just receive 200 million from dad? Anyway, you don't lack money. Keeping this money is useless. Why doesn't Mr. Who invest in this project? After Felix finishes speaking, the system notification prompt pops up. System alert ding. Receive toxic advice. The fake young master Felix advises you to invest 200 million in Boss Hao. He has no good intentions, but he doesn't realize his evil actions led to a good thing. Reverse Boff. The company you invest in will grow tenfold. Make money faster at the same time. After the other party proposes a loan plan, you just need to agree due to force majeure reasons. I will not need to repay your loan. Hearing this prompt, you almost lose your patience, as long as you agree. Then Felix proposes to borrow money. Once the money is borrowed, I don't need to return it. This is definitely a skill in terms of thinking. Then you slam the $200 million check on the table. Only 200 million, Boss Hope. Go prepare the contract. After signing the contract, you can go there yourself and withdraw $200 million. Looking at that $200 million check, Boss Who takes the bill. Then he immediately pulls the prepared contract out of his pocket. Boss Sterling. From now on, you will be the owner of the Snow Ice Cream Shop. Don't worry, under my leadership, we will do our best to promote Ice Snow City nationwide. I believe in boss house ability and I wish us much success. While talking you also signed the contract. Actually, after Boss Ho left, Felix speaks up again. Congratulations brother, another successful investment. What a pity this time I met my brother. I also want to tell you this. You have the opportunity to enter a new profession, but currently you have no money. If you want to invest in a new industry, I am afraid I will need to borrow money. Hearing this you ask as if you are very curious. What new industry? I can't believe you value it so much, and even this investment requires borrowing capital. This is not exactly a new industry. It must be said that this is a new profession for you. If you really want to join this industry, then I really need a loan. We will talk about this when we get home. Let's eat first, you understand? He doesn't want to say it in front of Serena Croft. He immediately waves his hand and says, everyone just find their own seat. Eat your own food, wait until I get home. You must tell me in detail what kind of new industry that is. How can I borrow money? After you finish speaking, you pull Serena Croft away. After finding a place, then Serena Croft speaks up. Felix definitely has bad intentions. What new industry is he going to introduce to you? Another loan? Maybe it's some kind of trap. You should pay attention to some things, you say with a smile after ordering. Don't worry whether he stands on the first floor or the 100th floor, none of those affect me, because I will forever be in outer space, outside the atmosphere for him. I'm a completely weaker case. How can he endure me? Although I don't understand your confidence, where does it come from? But seeing that you still haven't been fooled, Serena Croft breathes a sigh of relief. After breaking up with Serena Croft, then you take a taxi home. Before entering the house, then I hear Felix's voice echoing from inside the house. Mom and Dad, didn't my brother just receive 200 million as a result? I invested in them right at dinner today, and they invested a full $200 million. You guys say he is too hasty to spend money. Are you worried about what will happen after he returns? Mom and Dad, you will be refunded. How could he think of you like that? After Felix finishes speaking, then I hear the angry voice of the father. What an ungrateful person. He will be back soon, ignore him anyway. His entertainment company cannot distribute profits in the short term, and currently he cannot collect rent from that building. What to do when he runs out of money? Victoria's voice follows next. Listen to your father, this son was not raised by me. That won't work, as he says. She immediately stands up, preparing to leave. Only Felix does not stand up. He says in a rather reserved voice. When the brother returns home, he finds no one in the family there. Feeling a little sad is inevitable. I will stay here and greet my brother. You guys go back first. As the footsteps fade away, you also push the door open. Seeing you enter, Felix smiles and steps forward to welcome him. My brother currently owns a building, also an entertainment company. I also invested in a milk tea company. That building just stands there, accepting cases of forced jewelry. They earn hundreds of millions of yuan every year. So much money. It's better to just let it sit in your hands and become a burden. It's better to invest first. You can totally borrow money to invest first, promising industries. Then wait until your company's end. The loan will be paid off when the building's value increases. This is almost no risk for you. Very well said. Unfortunately, the main point was not mentioned. No system notification was sent. You are getting a little impatient. What you said makes sense, but I don't know what industry to invest in. So now who is willing to lend me money? Do I need to mortgage the building in a company? Actually, Felix says no more words. My brother is right. Most people really don't want to lend you money, but if you are willing, brother, I can persuade my parents. Let them give you a part of the loan. However, you will need to mortgage your company and building. Of course, the more you mortgage, the more you earn. My parents still have quite a bit of money. Even if you have no money, you still have a company. If you don't want to borrow money from your family, I can also introduce you to lending companies. For your business, a loan of a few $1 billion is totally possible. Hearing this, you are satisfied. As long as I can borrow money from the Sterling family, it's fine. Bring as much as possible. And you don't need to repay this money. That would be the best result. But you need to have a valid reason to borrow a larger amount of money. The loan amount is not decided by me. It also depends on the new industry you mentioned. If the new industry you are talking about can really make money, moreover, it requires a large investment, then I will invest more. Finally, it has reached the point. Felix smiles and says, this is a 100 money-making opportunity. Moreover, this is a good profession that can make a lot of money. You can totally borrow capital to participate in this industry and wait until your other businesses make money. When that newly established company has made money, give the money back. Hearing that, you don't bother arguing with him anymore. Ask directly. You have been talking for so long. I still don't know what industry it is. First tell me what industry you are in. Felix's smile becomes even more sincere as he says, we are near Linhai City. Because of its coastal geographical location, economic development at the same time, this place is also close to the coast and has many seaports, so whether it is transporting goods or fishing, the industries are also very developed. Putting other things aside, let's take the fishing industry as an example. This has created many large companies. If I didn't run out of money, I myself would want to get into it, but you are completely different. For you, this is totally not a problem. If you can seize this opportunity to participate in the fishing industry, seize it, start your own company. At that time, your parents will naturally have a better view of you. Your sisters will no longer dare to look down on you. I already told you about this. Consider this as a reward for the years I have spent. I hope you can accept it. System alert. Being received lethal advice. The fake young master Felix pulls you into the deep-sea fishing industry. It requires a massive upfront cost. You'd need to borrow at least 3 billion to buy a fleet. But the returns are huge. Felix knows the local fishing industry is controlled by violent mafia. Like fish gangs, they will destroy your ships, steal your catch, and leave you 3 billion in debt. Reverse buff. No matter how much you invest in the fishing industry, the industry will not change. It will not become a target of the fish gang. At the same time, the industry you invest in will reach the top of the mountain in the shortest time, 10-fold return. Due to industry restrictions, your maximum investment amount must not exceed 3 billion. When I heard this you still plan to get a mortgage loan from the bank, right? Invest directly 18 billion. This way you can possess a fortune worth hundreds of billions of dollars in the shortest time. Because of system rules, 3 billion loan will be completely forgiven. I didn't expect the system still has limitations. However, it blocked 30 billion. That's quite a lot. Moreover, the loan from the Sterling family, in the end, with the help of the system, they'll need to return 1 cent investing 3 billion. In short, it will help you earn $30 billion. This is such a bargain. You look at Felix and say, I didn't expect you to have such confidential information. I really don't know what to spend money on right now. Since this fishing industry is about to become a profitable business, then I need to get there early. Just one thing: the fishing industry needs a team, professional qualifications of employees, etc. Therefore, I need at least 3 to 4 billion. Hey, my family lend me this money. When hearing you want that much, Felix is extremely excited. I will only give you 3 billion. After you lose all your money, you can regain control of your business using the contract. For Felix, this is a surefire way to profit. Originally, he was actually prepared to ask for money from the family. At this moment, he suddenly felt maybe he didn't need to ask for money from his family anymore. Wait until your plan is successful. Tell them again. Then he takes control of the entire group. This way your building is worth more than 10 billion. At that time, the whole company will belong to you. At this moment, Felix's greed overwhelms everything else. His heart flutters. Actually, making money from the family is quite easy. If you ask them for money, it is very easy to make your parents and sister look down on you. So if you agree, brother, I will find a reason to borrow 3 billion from them. Then I will lend you the money. The two of us will sign a contract. This way they don't know you borrowed money. And indeed, he borrowed 3 billion. Then you use this 3 billion. Go and start your own fishing company. Invest in the fishing industry. After you achieve success and fame, return the money. Tell them about your success, that you know Felix is intending to lend you money. Originally you thought Felix had another method. I never expected he would take money from home. That's a brilliant idea. According to the rules of the system, you do not need to return the 3 billion you borrowed. Felix knows he borrowed 3 billion from you. However, there is no evidence for that. In the end, he can only get angry in vain. Then they have to make up the 3 billion RMB shortfall themselves. How interesting. Your method is acceptable. I can also mortgage all my assets to you. A 3 billion mortgage. Are you sure you can learn it from your parents? Can we get $3 billion there? One more thing: if my parents ask where I am, how should I explain the money I took? Since you want to make this money, Felix will definitely help you find a reason. I borrowed 3 billion RMB from my parents. It's fine. I will tell them I used this money to start a business. Don't you think so? That's it. When my parents asked, I tell them I borrowed money from the bank. Don't miss this opportunity. You just need to tell them you are using this money to start a business. Best to establish a company. Let them feel you are trying. This way I will have more time to. This fishing company has developed. I will go check it out tomorrow. Prepare. When did you prepare that 3 billion? Let's sign the contract. Don't worry. I definitely won't disappoint you. Strive to develop the fishing company stronger. Let my parents see my ability. Persuade them to accept me. Speaking of which, you just need to stand up. I won't say anymore. I need to go back and thoroughly investigate how to establish fishing company, how to develop. Not a single minute can be wasted. After saying that, you just step outside. But right after going out, a smile unconsciously blooms on your lips. I almost couldn't hold back my emotions. It's hard to act with an idiot. And in the room, Felix at this time, the corners of his mouth subconsciously curl up. That idiot, you actually listened to advice. Returning to your room, of course. Studying the process of establishing fishing company is impossible once the money is received. The establishment of the company is considered complete. As for what happens next, it completely depends on the system. When you step out after washing the dishes, the whole family is found gathered in the living room. Again, they look like they have already eaten, but they haven't left obviously. They are waiting for him, thinking of this. Then you approach them looking very excited. Right after I walked in, and then Richard speaks up. Arthur, since you are already here, I have something to tell you. Although you were my biological son, but Felix was also raised by me. I originally intended to give it to both of you. Each person will invest 1.5 billion to start a business. But currently your assets have exceeded 10 billion, so I decided to give all 3 billion to your brother. Dad, hearing this, you almost burst out laughing out of anger. Although I know this family is blind and deaf, but when actually facing all this, you still can't accept it. So this is your fairness. I make money from my own labor. So you just replace it for him, right? Then why did you only give him 3 billion? Should we give him another 10 billion if there's no cash share with him? About 30 of the company's shares, that's right. Otherwise, how did he catch up with me? You are just venting your frustration. The expressions of everyone present change. Eldest sister immediately stands up. No matter where you got that money, at least one thing you have. Right now it is 10 billion more than Felix. Why can't everyone be a little more generous? Fifth sister also says if it was brother Felix, currently this company has total assets of over $10 billion, then your parents will definitely give you 3 billion. Why make a fuss over such a trivial matter? Victoria is also somewhat dissatisfied. One should be more generous. It can't be because we gave your brother 3 billion. You feel dissatisfied. Our feelings for you remain the same. That's why I can't bear to see your brother have too few assets. At this time Richard also stands up. I look at you seriously. We have finished deciding on this matter. I just want to let you know, if you figure it out you will understand. If you don't understand you can only endure. This has nothing to do with you anymore. Do what you need to do. Goodness. Richard is so straightforward. You suddenly remember watching short videos before the most popular large bit. This is a good opportunity to try it at the same time. Make a fuss. Let many people know more. The Sterling family gave 3 billion RMB to the fake young master Felix. No one will believe Felix anymore. He will lend himself 3 billion. Then there will be no evidence left. You can take these 30 billion directly. It makes Felix suffer in silence. Thinking of this, you raise your hand and slap Felix hard in the face. Witnessing this scene, the eldest sister rushes straight towards you. You still dare hit others today. As the eldest sister, I will teach you a lesson. Slap going with the big-breasted sister Elena. It flies onto the sofa. He becomes Felix's companion. Fifth sister Chloe just ran over. Her eyes immediately widened. Not only did you hit brother Felix, but you also dared to hit his sister. Without hesitation you slap her again. They sent Chloe to keep Felix and Elena company. You also said, I even dare hit brother Felix and his sister. You think I wouldn't dare hit you? A family full of prejudiced and deceitful people. Since you don't treat me like a human being, then don't blame me for being impolite. The cold father and the cold mother. In your voice I wake up. They are all extremely angry. Richard shouts, Beast, what exactly do you want to do? They are all your siblings. How could you touch them? Slap. Richard visited him with his 2 daughters and 1 son. You called me a monster before. Is the so-called beast simply a combination of evil and animal instinct? I am an evil beast. Is hitting my brother abnormal? Is beating out 2 older sisters abnormal? Adding a biological father is completely normal. Right as you speak, you turned your gaze towards mother, her eyes widening, startled. Victoria quickly steps back 2 steps. I am your mother. Today you came here to seek justice for yourself, so you quickly step forward and head towards Victoria. Reach out and you will see a large bag. All 5 family members have swollen faces on one side. You just said with a smile, aren't you biased? Wasn't the original plan to give all the assets to this fake young master? I earn more than $10 billion myself. You will give him 3 billion. If I can earn 100 billion myself, are you going to hand over the whole group to him? You have reached this point. Ignoring everyone around, he reaches out to his eldest sister Elena. Children clearly have equal inheritance rights. You will also receive a part of the Sterling family's assets. Why does only Felix enjoy things and everyone else doesn't? I don't know. Before I come back, how did you allocate funds? But now I just want to ask a question. Those 2 old men. He always says he treats all his children equally, but now they have given him this adopted son. What did you get with 3 billion? They gave me nothing, I understand. But they won't give you money, sister. That's a bit unreasonable. How many years have you done everything for your family? Thanks to the dedicated work of the whole group. What do you get? Speaking of which, you look at Chloe, the 5th sister again, and the 5th sister, and my 2nd sister, whom I have never met. 3rd sister. 4th sister. They must also be descendants of the Sterling family. All of them have the right to inherit the assets of the Sterling family. As a result, you only gave Felix 3 billion. How do they calculate? Give his son 3 billion with 5 daughters. Each person should receive at least 5 or 600 million. Otherwise, isn't that too unfair? If you really run out of cash, at least they should receive some shares in the company. This gives them confidence, instead of having to live in poverty like now. After saying that, you need to walk to Felix. My dear brother, am I right? You have already received 3 billion. Art the eldest sister and the 5th sister. Should we receive gifts from our parents? Felix is somewhat confused, but he is not stupid if he really dares to say that. Then the other 5. My sister is about to distance herself from her. My brother is right. Sisters are also their parents. Children, I have already received 3 billion. If they have nothing, that seems a bit unreasonable. Mom and Dad, how many shares of the group do you currently hold? Why not give each of the 5 older sisters a little bit? Although Richard is somewhat reluctant, but I also know that if you distribute some shares to your daughters, it definitely won't work, so he says in a depressed tone. The Sterling Group has gone through many rounds of funding and listing. I only kept 37 of the shares. If shares are distributed too widely, any unexpected event can happen at that time. This has caused huge damage to the Sterling family. I assure you, after I retire, I will hand over all the shares to you, but currently I can only give each person a maximum of 1 of the shares. This way I still have 30. This is the largest shareholder of the group, that eldest sister Elena and 5th sister Chloe. There is a moment of silence. Although this number may not seem like much, however the meaning it represents is immense. Richard saw this. I have no choice but to bite the bullet and call the lawyers soon after. A few lawyers arrived at the door. The share transfer agreement was signed. Even my 2nd sister, who didn't return as well, the 3rd and 4th sister, each received 1 of the group's shares. After everything is done, the lawyers from various groups then stand up and say, with a smile, the chairman has completed everything. The shares you currently hold will be divided as follows. Each of your 5 daughters will receive 1. You still hold 30 of the shares. If there's nothing else, we will leave right now. Some lawyers haven't even taken any steps. You stopped me, my dear parents. You gave Felix 3 billion. Also, give each of my 5 older sisters 1 of the shares. So I want to ask, where's Justice? Justice is my son. Since I came back, you haven't given me a dime. I have to feed myself. They even have to live in the basement. Fairness means you gave the family's money to your adopted child, and me, the one who has been abandoned by you for many years. My long-lost son, but not at all. Some corporate lawyers heard the shocking statement. Everything seems unbelievable. He has money, but doesn't give it to his son. Instead, it was given to the adopted child, willing to share shares with his daughter. Even to his son he didn't. It's rare to see a family that loves daughters more than sons like this from their perspective. Now everything is clear. At least they should share a few shares with them to cover this up, right? But what Richard says next is completely unexpected. These lawyers are all stunned. Arthur, please stop joking around. Okay, you already own more than 10 billion in assets. Why are you still obsessed with your brother's 3 billion? Right, you are right. You came back, we didn't give you anything. But aren't you fully capable of earning more than 10 billion? Your brother only owns an entertainment company worth about $100 million. We only gave him 3 billion. He hasn't even received 10 billion yet. In fact, it is less than your assets. Why be so picky about this? As a brother, why can't you be a little more generous? Why can't you care a little more about your brother? At this moment, the lawyers are truly confused. After finding his biological son, not a single cent was donated. Even after his biological son returned, he still earned money. Actually, they feel sorry for their fake son. Instead, they gave that fake son 3 billion. Chairman of Sterling Group, is your thought process really that strange? They suddenly feel that in a company like this, it seems it is not very reliable. However, considering the company is still held by the young lady serving as executive chairman, they feel somewhat comforted. Just as they start to feel relaxed, the young lady and the CEO also speak up. Arthur, you just came back, and you want to share the profits already. Don't you think you've gone too far? We 5 sisters have been together for many years. I have made many contributions to this company. Only then can one receive this 1 share. And before you came back, Felix was the only son in a family. This house originally belonged to him. Now he is willing to give each of us 1 of the shares. It's already pretty good. If you also want to inherit the family business, want to buy shares first, you should contribute to this family, instead of always looking for problems in this family. This only makes your parents further away from you. It only makes us look down on you even more. While the lawyers are still debating whether to leave or not, things have changed. You talk and act at the same time. I was going to slap each of you. As for you, a fake young master, who only knows how to benefit without planting, I couldn't hold back and slapped you twice. From the time I came back and until now, you always discriminate against me. They never approved of me. I am your biological son. You didn't give me a single cent. Instead, he was given a lot. Today I write these words here. Can you give Felix 3 billion? Can you give each of my 5 older sisters 1 of the shares? You need to cede to me at least 10 of the shares. Otherwise, none of you will get away with this. Richard covers his face and roars, rebel, because before you were my biological son, so I endured it time and time again. But since you still dare continue to attack, they also want to buy shares from me. And don't blame Dad the father. As he says, he picks up his phone, ready to dial. Seeing this, you sneer and grab it from the corner behind your back. A mobile phone is live streaming. Hey, live stream chat. Did you hear that? There are many viewers watching this family dispute after the live stream just now. You already know the cause and effect of this issue. You must remember this. They are the chairman of the Sterling Group, the president, and his family. That is Sterling Group, the company that produces daily chemical products. In the future, when you want to buy cosmetics, pay attention, such bosses create it. Can I completely rest assured, using these products, they don't even acknowledge their own son and brother. Only recognize fake goods. Does this kind of person have any conscience? At this moment, the faces of everyone in the Sterling family turned pale. Felix, no matter what, I didn't expect you to live stream. Moreover, they directly attracted hundreds of thousands of users by taking advantage of these individuals and attracted hundreds of thousands of more fans. Other members of the Sterling family also turned pale and then flushed red. Actually, they knew something was wrong, but their hearts inherently have prejudices. As long as no one else is there, then they can feel comfortable. But when hundreds of thousands of viewers are watching, they simply cannot be that comfortable. Watching their faces change color like a palette. You smile, although you can get a lot of things through the system, but if you don't prepare a few trump cards for yourself, every time like that it relies on the system's reversal. In case something goes wrong, I'm dead, so what are you ready to face today? That person adjusted the livestream flow beforehand and persuaded Lily of Thunder Entertainment to spend money. Recommend your resources. Besides the desire to earn rewards and money, the most important thing is to create many different identities for yourself. At least a public figure can do that at any time. Tell the public what you want to say. This will make many people hesitate to act recklessly. For example, right now, watching the change in expression of the Sterling family members, you are smiling very happily. Why did everyone stop talking? You should tell my viewers what to do. How did you do it? He abandoned his own son. It was unexpectedly found after more than 20 years. They didn't give me a single cent. How did you do it? Because I earn more than 10 billion. They insisted on giving your adopted son 3 billion. Even when I came knocking on your door, you only gave each of my 5 older sisters one of the shares, but they didn't give me a single cent. Is this the culture of Sterling Group? Seeing you are about to continue, Richard recovers. Stop the stream. What we are doing is nothing more than, I just want to test you anyway. You are still our biological son. In the end, this group will still be handed over to you. That is why we gave your brother 3 billion, the reason for allowing him to start his own business. Because this 3 billion is equivalent to your brother's future has been bought out. We will not continue to support him. We shouldn't have talked about these things, but if I don't say it right now, I'm afraid netizens will misunderstand. That will be misunderstood by others in the company. That will affect the company's development. That will even affect the company's stock price. I apologize to the supporters of Sterling Group. However, as the chairman of the group, because of your reasons, this has significantly affected the group and the entire family. So, the 10 of shares that I originally intended to divide for you later, currently I can only give you 5. Moreover, your immaturity today has shown me a crisis. Therefore, I decided to give one to your brother. Opportunity to become the successor of the group. Starting today, you and your brother should join the group together. After that, I will assign each of you in charge of a number of projects. In short, the most important thing is who contributes the most to the group, who will be the successor of the group. This storyline, you know it too well. Who contributes more, who will be the heir. It's all bullshit. However, now his goal has been achieved. The group shares have increased by 5. He now owns 15 of the shares. When his shares become the largest shareholder, they'll eliminate this family from the game immediately. Then we will see how they plot against us. As for going to work at the group, that is not impossible. Spend more time with Felix. Only then can you receive more advice. Only then can you get more benefits. Thinking of this, you said okay. Stop wasting time after the share transfer is completed. Currently, I am considered a shareholder of the group, but please don't treat everyone differently like you did today. In the future, how do I know what you are thinking? To avoid future misunderstandings, I live stream again. Richard's heart slightly flutters. Contact the lawyer directly to draft the documents. After all transfer contracts are completed and no issues arise, the two sign directly. You successfully acquired 5 of the group's shares. When their live stream ends, Richard and Elena simultaneously receive a phone call. The content of the call is very simple. The company's stock price plummeted. Tell them to come see the group immediately to discuss how to solve the problem. Victoria stares at you. So I invited my 5th sister to go shopping. In the end, the two of them, Felix and you, implicitly understand each other and walk towards the basement. Felix couldn't help but say, brother, are you a bit too much today? Although doing so can make your parents happy, I have no doubt about lending you 3 billion, but for our Sterling family and company, the negative impact on personal image is also significant. Hearing this, you directly interrupted Felix. I originally thought you could get 3 billion from your family. It is borrowed from home, but the truth is they actually gave you 3 billion. But they didn't give me a single cent. I am their biological son. After I knew they gave the money to you, I couldn't accept it. That's when the next things happened. So it's all your fault if they weren't so biased. If this didn't happen, then all of this wouldn't have happened. Because everything I did before, everyone said it was due to luck. After that, I will prove myself with my ability. Let's quickly sign the agreement. Give me 3 billion. I will mortgage my assets to you. I will return the money to you when I make money. Felix sees your angry face. I am quite satisfied. Okay. Let's sign the agreement first. I will transfer 3 billion to you. First, you should also quickly promote the fishing industry. Take this opportunity to develop and expand. Make your parents and sister admire you. After the contract is signed, Felix immediately returns to his room. Arthur, who told you to easily listen to advice. Next, I will wait for your 3 billion. Since when has it been broken? At the same time, after you reach 3 billion, they go straight to the headquarters of Thunder Entertainment. Just arrive. Lily immediately approaches, and you report on the company's situation. During this period, Thunder Entertainment, due to the popularity of Harem Promotion Diary, the current market value of the company is between $2 and $3 billion. Moreover, all actors participating in this stage belong to the same group. They have received many invitations and promotional offers. Commercial efficiency. This also brings significant profits to the company, and the old people from that group, they indeed presented the formula for 3 daily chemical products. Compared to the existing products of Sterling Group, this product has superior quality. Compared to the current products of Sterling Group, daily chemical products have a much stronger concentration. And then, as the boss instructed, leveraging the power of Thunder Entertainment, belonging to Thunder Group, become part of Thunder Group. At the same time, the Thunder Investment Department was also established. The loan secured by the Thunder building, it's already been taken down. Everything is ready. I don't know what to do next, boss. Please clarify. Everything is ready. Then invest all 5 billion into the stock market. Take advantage of the opportunity. When Sterling Group's stock price dropped recently, buy them all for me. Try to buy more than 10. I want to become the largest shareholder of Sterling Group. I understand, boss. Rest assured, I will arrange it immediately. After Lily finishes speaking, he puts the tablet down and says goodbye, boss. This is the latest web series from Hallyu Entertainment, the second season of the Harem Promotion Chronicles. Today there is currently a lot of criticism online. This is the latest collection of analytical reports and comments on the internet. You can take a look. You took the tablet. Looking at the report above, laughs. I wonder if my beloved brother has seen this. In this situation, what expression will one show? The reason why the first season of Harem Promotion Diary was so successful. One of the reasons is due to system issues. Another reason is because in the end he extreme poverty. However, the second season of Harem Promotion Diary was heavily invested. Whether it is makeup and costumes or set design, or maybe from other perspectives, they are all extremely exquisite. And it is this exquisite detail that makes the second Harem series special. Promotion Diary seems out of place compared to the first book. Cliché plot, no characteristics of poverty. Completely, it is an insult to the viewer's vision, and you stop thinking about it. Instead, they began to address the issue of interfering in the fishing industry. But I didn't expect that. As soon as I stepped out the door, it happened. A sports car stops right in front of you. A person wearing bright red clothes. The woman steps out of the car. Arthur. Nice to meet you. I am your third sister, Stella Sterling Lingyan. I heard it from Xiao Yu. You are very good at fighting. There first, so let me test your skills. As she speaks, she raises her leg and kicks you. Dustin Sterling is, due to her strong talent, rapid progress in martial arts practice, although not old, but he is already considered a top player in China. Although I work as a coach at the martial arts school. However, this company owns 49 of the shares of the martial arts school. You can completely stop them immediately, but they didn't do that. Instead, he pretended to be in great pain from being kicked. Step back a few steps. Third sister, how to do it in public. Isn't that a bit bad? What's wrong with looking at it? I kicked it. He can still talk knowingly. Seems you have some ability. Lend me another trick. The third sister continues to attack. Regardless of the consequences, you have no choice but to use your strength to dodge quickly. I occasionally get bumped. Don't take it too seriously. After about a dozen rounds, third sister Stella stops what she is doing. She didn't expect you to actually have one. Strength and agile movement ability. Not bad, not bad. Your physique is indeed very good, and his reflexes are quite good based on your physical strength and reaction speed. Not practicing martial arts, what a waste. Okay, you will go with me to the martial arts school to practice. I believe that with my help, your skills will definitely improve tremendously. Most importantly, this makes getting your parents' approval easier. What do you think? System alert ding. Received advice. Your third sister Stella suggests you go to a martial arts school to learn martial arts. Become a human punching bag at the martial arts dojo. That's because she realizes you have absolutely no foundational knowledge. I don't believe you can learn it. At the same time, I want to use your ability to enhance the fighting strength of the martial arts school students. Reversed buff. Her martial arts talent will be enhanced tenfold. At the same time, during the time you act as a sparring partner, all the damage you should have suffered, 100 of the damage you take, will be reversed into pure physical enhancements, amplifying your strength, speed, and durability. The harder they hit you, the stronger you get. The system simultaneously displays the text. There's also other related information. Information clearly states, as a sparring partner, you don't need to worry about your physical strength. Instead, it depends on the strength of the person performing the action. The stronger the person strikes, the more beneficial it is, the more commissions you get. Moreover, this is only an improvement. in various aspects of the body. The most important thing is martial arts cultivation. So you look at your third sister with radiant eyes, a massive grin spreading across your face. You wanna beat me up, oh sister, lead the way.